Then we're going to have the hunter, classic hunter. When you die, you get to kill someone instantly without any input from anyone else. Then we're going to have a classic seer. You wake up every night, you get to look at someone. I will tell them werewolf or not werewolf. But that could be fake, of course, because we have lichens in there as well. And we might have a wolfman. We'll see how later on. Then we're going to have a bodyguard, also a classic bodyguard. You wake up every night. You get to choose someone to protect. You cannot protect the same person 2 nights back to back, but you can protect yourself. Then we're going to have the pessimist. So the pessimist doesn't believe anyone. The pessimist always have to vote down in every vote. You cannot say that you're the pessimist, though. You will have to come up with something else if someone asks you. And to balance that, we will also have the optimist. The optimist thinks everyone is good, doesn't want to kill anyone, so always has to vote up on every vote. Again, you can't say that you're the optimist. Then we're going to have the GwommyMan, the star of the village. Everybody wants to be the GwommyMan, of course, but only one person can be it. So a little change from if you played in my earlier games or if you've seen the video. A little change is that, like, you get right now you can get 8 different things you can do during the night because the GwommyMan just wants more and more roles. He's never satisfied. So it's gonna keep spinning on. So by game number 10, it's gonna be totally insane. But a twist to the formula now, though, is that because I don't have too many of these thingies, and so I came up with this idea that you can't get, like this one, you could get to protect someone, or you can get to see someone. So you can't get protect and see as an option at the same time, because you will get 2 of these. You'll get to choose the top or the bottom, but you cannot get kill and nominate as the 2 options because they are on the same thingy. So I will flip it back and forth. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Then I will.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So you will show it, and we have to. The GwommyMan has to choose from.
Yeah, up or down.
He'll hold one of them up and one of them down, and you'll basically say, "I'm doing the top one. I'm doing the bottom one."
Oh. Okay.
So I will basically say, like, if you choose to kill, then I'm gonna say, okay, so you've chosen this. Who do you want to do that to? And then you will tell me the name of the person.
Okay. So the GwommyMan is okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Are you going to tell us what the eight GwommyMan things are?
Yeah. So we have I already shown you nominate or kill. Those 2 are on different sides. Protect and sleep and see. Those are on different sides.
Can we go slightly slower so we can actually write it down?
What?
Well, you're like, I'm trying to write and you're the word.
Okay.
It said much faster than I can write.
We'll do it from the start. It could be kill or nominate. Those are on the same just one thingy, so it can't be both of those. Or then it could be see, which is a seer, or it could be protect, like the bodyguard, but it can't be both of those at the same time. Then we have sleep, which means you don't do anything. In some situations, you might want to choose that. Or one of the new things, you can silence someone. If you silence someone, they can't speak for the next day.
So spellcaster.
Oh no.
Yeah, like the spellcaster.
I'm going to be silenced.
Is it 2 more? Did you say 8?
Yeah, it is 2 more.
That's right.
So then we have 2 other ones, sort of new. One is the martyr.
Simon.
If you want to martyr yourself, basically that means that you will be killed instead of whoever the werewolves are targeting that night. So there could be situations. Yeah, or it could be situations where you actually want to martyr yourself.
Yeah.
Sure. Especially since it could be the wannabe that gets this option. I'll explain that soon. But the interesting twist is, like, the normal martyr in this game is they get to see who is about to be killed, and then they could choose to jump in, right? This one is happening. The GwommyMan is waking up first of everyone. So the GwommyMan will martyr himself without knowing who he's martyring for. I think that's more thematic for Gwommy.
But he might be. But if the GwommyMan is protected by the bodyguard,
that's
then he
mobbing.
can martyr himself and still live.
Yeah. Then the last option that is new is scare. So this is the boogeyman, basically, and that's why the GwommyMan wakes up first. So if you choose to scare someone, they will pick someone, and whatever they would do that night, they will not get to do it because they're scared. So if you scare one of the werewolves, then they will not get to kill that night. If you scare the seer will not get to check anyone that night. I would just show them scare, so they understand that they've been scared.
Does that mean if you scare a werewolf, the rest of the werewolves vote, but that werewolf who was scared doesn't get to vote? Is that right?
Yeah. Then when all the werewolves wake up, I would show one of them was scared, so they don't get to do anything. So the boogeyman is pretty powerful, but this is just going to happen like once every 8 times or whatever. I don't know. It's going to be random. I will explain nominate in just a little bit. But I will also say that the next role we have is the wannabe GwommyMan, because people heard about the GwommyMan. That sounds cool. I want to be a GwommyMan as well, they might think. So they show up to the village and they want to be a GwommyMan, but they're not the real deal. So basically, as an example, it might look like this. The GwommyMan gets to see or silence someone. They might choose to see. They do the whole seeing thing. And then I wake up the GwommyMan and say, you got to do this. So they don't have an option. They just have to do whatever the GwommyMan didn't choose to do, which means they might have to kill someone. It could be fun.
The wannabe is also a villager.
Yeah, the wannabe is also a villager. And if the GwommyMan dies, I will not tell anyone, obviously. So then the wannabe will just get like, oh, you got to do this. And they don't know that there was no option.
So basically, as soon as Martyr shows up for the first time, the wannabe just has to kill themselves, basically.
Yep, that does appear.
If the GwommyMan doesn't take it, yeah, that's true.
But they probably
the first time it comes up, somebody is dying if they're both alive. Because either the GwommyMan's taking it or the other one's forced to.
Unless there was a scare, I guess. But
yeah, or a bodyguard who's protecting the kill.
Yeah. If there's no kill at night,
yeah.
I guess.
Or baby dragon, yeah. How does it work with the baby dragon, Joseph? If the baby dragon was hit, then would the martyr function still activate?
Yeah. The martyr takes it's the first. Look at it like this. Like first, if someone hits me, it's going to be bodyguard protecting, right? Then it's going to be martyr, and then it's going to be baby dragon.
Yeah.
I love that you guys come up with these questions because I've been sitting here trying to think through everything, and then you still have stuff that I didn't think of. Okay.
I love how quickly you come up with answers.
Yeah, I'll just make stuff up.
Does the wannabe have to wake up at night, or when you call them, can they just keep?
Yeah, no, they have to wait. They have to wake up.
If the GwommyMan dies, does the wannabe take over the GwommyMan?
No, they just keep doing their thing, but they don't know that.
One.
Because they just get one thing, so he's now just randomly one thing.
But you just pick one. Okay.
In the future, if I get better at moderating, I might, do something like that. But I'm just trying to make it easy for myself, so nothing really changes in my role list during the night. Okay. Then we are going to have one final role for the village team, and this role is just stupid. It's just because it's fun. So we're going to have the Gwommy teen. So the Gwommy teen has to say the word second each day, or they will die. And it's obviously it's just stupid, but it's fun. I will not. Second? I will. Yeah, second. Like I second. A second. Yeah.
Or just the word second.
Who seconded that? Or something like that.
Yeah. They just have to somehow include.
So they
second.
don't actually have to second. They just have
no.
Okay.
It's a totally meaningless role, but maybe it's fun.
And I like it better than the teen wolf, because the teen wolf outs himself and then dies. At least this is a villager. It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
It's just like a young Gwommy that goes around saying seconds at inappropriate times. And,
So thematic. I love
There's no inappropriate time, first of all.
And just to be really gamer on that, you allow seconds, seconding, or does it have to be second?
I would.
No, all variations.
I assume yes on any variation.
Cool.
All right. Then I'm going to go over the werewolves. Adam has a question.
I assume if they're silenced by the GwommyMan, that means they're going to die. Yep. But what if they're old hagged and they're not in the village? Will that kill them as well?
I'm going to be a bit friendly. If they're silenced or old hag, they don't need to say it.
Okay.
So. Again, I love how you guys just find these angles.
No, I think that would be awesome because they get silenced and inadvertently are also killed. Well, actually, then the old hag could purposely kill them if they had figured out who it was. Without want to.
They don't want to do that. Okay. This is so stupid. Okay, there we have the werewolf team. There's going to be an unknown number of werewolves. One of the werewolves will be a GwommyWolf. The GwommyWolf will wake up night 0, so basically before the game begins. They will get an option to be something, and they will be that for the rest of the game, so it's not going to change back and forth. And again, I'm running out of these, so it's going to be a little bit different than earlier. So they could get this combination, Wolfman and Tough Wolf. I will explain these as well. So Wolfman looks like a villager if the seer checks them, but they're actually a werewolf. Tough Wolf is like the baby dragon. They have 2 lives, basically. Then it could be a wolf cub. So if the wolf cub dies, the next night the werewolves get to kill 2 people. Or it could be a werewolf hunter. So when they die, they get to kill someone instantly. But since these things are on, like it couldn't be tough wolf and hunter wolf. It couldn't be wolfman and wolf cub. It's going to be some combination of these four. Then we're also going to have...
Can you give the pairs again?
Yeah, so wolfman and wolf cub is one pair. Tough wolf and hunter is the other pair.
They choose two and it doesn't change throughout the whole game.
No, they choose one of these, and that's what they are for the rest of the game.
What is
for the rest of the game? It's not every night.
No.
Okay.
It's for the rest of the game, so it's just one choice.
What is wolf cub paired with?
Wolf hunter.
Wolfman.
Yeah, but that's the pairing.
No, you said wolf cub and wolf hunter is paired with.
No, wolf cub and wolfman, and then we have.
But the pairing doesn't matter.
Well, it does. It doesn't matter a lot. It just matters for the thinking through the choice that was given. It's fine. I got it.
It does. Okay, and it does matter because we will have one more. So if there's also going to be a wannabe GwommyWolf.
Oh, there you go.
The wannabe GwommyWolf will get will get whatever the GwommyWolf didn't pick.
Okay, then it matters. Yeah.
Yeah, then it matters. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Joseph. Could you repeat the pairs again? Because I didn't think it mattered, but it does matter.
They're in chat. They're in chat.
Oh, they're in chat. Thanks, guys. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I'm sorry. It's a bit of confusing here in the beginning, but once we get going, I think it's going to work nicely. So that's the roles. That's 21 people. Then I will explain the nomination system. It's very different from most games, and it's basically each day we're going to have 2 candidates, and the way the candidates are selected is like normal. You will nominate someone, and if that's second, then that's one candidate. Then we're going to have a nomination and a second on someone else, and then we have 2 candidates. So we're not going to have the 1, 2, 3 vote, because that often turns out like you were never killing anyone on the first vote anyway. Then the new change to the village here is that we are going to have separate votes for those 2 people. So let's say that it's Elliot and Aya who are the 2 candidates. Then what we're going to do is whoever was nominated first, let's say Elliot was nominated first and seconded, and then Aya was nominated seconded. So first I'm going to say, okay, now we're going to vote for Elliot. Everybody holds up their thumb like normal, but then you got to close your eyes, and then you vote. And then I will count everything. Then I will tell you, take your hand down, and then you can open your eyes. So, and now you're thinking, well, that's boring because then we can't use the votes to figure stuff out. Well, you can, because before each vote, I will roll a die. One of you will be able to vote with your eyes open. And it's going to be different every time because I'm going to keep rolling this. So someone every time will know how people voted. And whoever gets the most votes is going to die. If it's the same amount, then it's going to be a tie. Then nobody dies, and we go to sleep.
And I still take screenshots like I always have.
With my eyes closed. No. If you're the one selected, then you can do it.
Yeah, I think that would be.
Joseph, what will happen? Will you private message someone, or are you telling people publicly?
No, I'm going to say it out loud. Okay, so Elliot is the one that's going to look right now. Which means then people might ask you, okay, so Elliot, how did Alex vote? And then it's up to you if you want to be honest or not.
Yeah, or they might be killed in the night before they can say anything.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to go tonight. I am going to mute everyone when we do the votes, so you can't speak.
That's good. If a wolf gets that, they can really mess with things. I like that.
So I think it's going to be interesting to try out. I mean, last game I did, then I did, up meant one person, down meant another person, which meant that the pessimist and optimist got a bit wonky. So now the pessimist and optimist will work as they are intended to.
How? Oh, because we're voting for both players.
Yeah, we're doing 2 separate votes. And I'm me plus whoever is looking are the only ones that know the actual result, sort of. And then you'll find out.
When you roll the die for someone to keep their eyes open, have they got their eyes open for both the votes or just one of the nominees?
No, for one. I roll for each vote.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So then Elliot could be like, Elliot might know who voted to kill Paul. But like Adam might know who voted to kill Simon, and then next day you can try to discuss that and figure it out. I think it could be set up for a fun discussion. We'll see how it goes.
So can you try if we kill on the first vote, does the second one happen?
No, you do both the votes, and whoever gets the most down is the one that dies.
Yeah, so it can be the majority for both of them. And what happens if there's ties? Like if
then nobody dies.
Nobody does.
And you will have to bear with me. You will have to like close your eyes and do the thing and then hold it for a little bit because I have to count it up and note it down, the numbers, so I don't mess it up. So I'm sorry for that.
Will you tell us after the first vote how many down votes? So like say everybody votes up except for the pessimist. Will you tell us there's only one vote down?
No, I will not say any numbers at all. I will just say after the 2 votes, I will say, okay, so
who had the majority?
Adam is dead. Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be like on day one person may have 5 down votes and one may have 3. The one with 5 down dies.
There's no majorities involved. It's just whoever got the most down.
Yeah. Sure.
I think that could potentially be the most fun thing. I think this sounds interesting, this one.
I hope it's going to be fun. I think it's going to add a little bit of... I'm trying to mess with our meta because we play so many games together that like we get into a habit of doing things a certain way. It's fun if I can mess that up. So I think that's it. I am going to... I probably forgot something, but ask me if there's any confusion. I am going to send out the roles and you guys can have a chat. And here there's Gwommy as well. Are you okay, Gwommy? Or maybe someone can help you out, or you can look at the chat if there's some confusion. So
the GwommyMan
just being chaotic, you'll be fine.
To nominate, does that mean that they just select someone who's automatically
one of the two?
That's one thing I forgot. Yeah, so if they choose nominate, then they will tell me in the night who is going to be one of the 2 candidates for the next day. So I'm gonna say in the morning. Okay, so this person is already nominated. You need to find a second candidate.
So that means as a village, we only have one other nomination.
Yeah.
Have you given us the list of more regular roles?
I think it's just...
I'm sorry, Elliot.
Have you given us the list of...
He went over all the rules.
I went over Seer and Hunter and Bodyguard. And
okay, I didn't know we had those 3 in.
Yeah.
He went through all the rules.
Yeah, he went through the whole list.
Okay, so I'll start doing the... I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to start rolling, see who is who.
Can someone put in the chat a list of all the roles?
For you.
Yeah, who I think is doing it, Elliot.
I just want to say, Simon will always vote to kill me. I can already predict that.
Everyone's going to vote to kill me, so I know how this is.
I've got a prediction, Lucas. I think this game Simon's going to be the optimist and vote up for you every time.
Oh my god, please, Joseph, make Simon the optimist.
I would rather kill myself than do that.
But so you have to vote up on yourself too, so...
No. Simon will be like on day 1, I'm a werewolf, kill me, please.
I just want to say ahead of time that if I get rolled as the person who has to, read the votes at night, don't kill me because I can't be bothered to remember.
Yeah, and I'm just going to make it up because I can't be bothered to count either.
Did he say there was more than one lichen potentially?
Yeah, 1 or more.
Potentially, yeah.
It's interesting dynamics you get because I think it's fine if you kill all the werewolves, but if you get down to a small number of players, you sort of if you've still got the optimist or pessimist alive, they basically don't vote because they vote the same way for everyone.
Yep. If both are alive, yeah. If both.
No, even if one, they might always vote down. But they'll vote down both, that's true, yeah. So they got no control over who gets killed.
Yeah.
I think the voting process can really mess with some things. You know what I mean? Like it's like the person who kind of like who has their eyes open can obviously kind of like lie about who's voted up and down. But then the people that have got their eyes closed, if they're called out for voting down, they could obviously lie about voting up as well. It could really mess with some things. I think it could be funny.
I think given this is a Gwommy game, it should be obligatory to lie about how people voted the first time you tell anyone what happens.
Yeah. But like normally the early game, like you're looking for people that are voting irregular to try and get tells off them, and like it's gonna be really hard to like predict that at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, or maybe start off day 2, you should just claim to have been the person who saw the votes.
Yeah.
Of course, if this was a true Gwommy village, we'd all have purple backgrounds too. I think that's something we need to address.
Has it always been your favourite colour, purple, Gwommy?
Yes. That is the only color I own. Pretty much everything in my house is purple except my green screen, which appears purple.
What color is your green screen?
Right now, it's
this is Gwommy we're talking about. So. And you don't use a whiteboard, do you?
No, it's a very light shade of purple, which looks like it's white.
Okay, perfect.
It's actually light purple.
Why do I actually believe that he actually has a light purple?
That's light purple.
That's awesome.
Is your favorite book Harold and the Purple Crayon?
I've not read that one.
It's a good book.
Ah.
It's a good book.
Nice.
Oh.
All right, I think a Yahoo just sent me my roll.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, wait, which one's me? Oh.
So, Alex, how strong is that drink you're drinking?
It's not that strong.
Okay.
Yes.
Just like a huge long list of stuff in it. I was like, oh my God.
There's 3 ingredients.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
What's in it?
It's just apple cider, bourbon, and liqueur 43.
Sounds quite nice.
And then whipping cream on top.
Whipping cream?
And cinnamon syrup.
Yeah, the cinnamon syrup's optional, but I had it, so I added it.
So a third of each ingredient, right?
Not quite. That might throw off the balance just a little bit.
I have to ask, Alex, are you a bartender in real life?
I am not. I just really like making craft cocktails.
Okay.
Kind of a hobby.
Have you got your own kind of like mini bar at home? That'd be pretty hype.
Yeah, it's more than a mini bar, but yes, I do.
That's good.
I think I've got like 100 bottles.
Really? That's amazing.
Which is weird because I really don't drink a lot. Like, that's not really my thing, but I like making cocktails.
Yeah. Can you do the whole Patrick Swayze out of cocktail, like spin it around your hand and
I haven't learned that one yet. I just go with the simple, you know.
Yeah.
I think somebody was asking if someone was in the clock tower game and the boom 2 rooms in a boom earlier.
Yeah.
That would be me. I'm in this one.
Yeah.
Well, are you
And I'm
also
in the next
doing
clock tower.
Nom's one at 10 as like at 9 o'clock as well?
Yes.
He asked me, he's like, I really want you to, after that game this morning, I want you to come and play tonight. And I was like, I can't.
So, Adam, I am gonna get the link.
So I think I sent the roles to everyone now.
Yahoo, that background looks familiar.
So if you don't have a role, please tell me.
Yeah, I like to go thematic. So since it's the Gwommy Village, purple. Purple's my favorite color also, but I don't think I'm as extreme as you.
I'd hope not.
Like I just play purple, and ironically, I play with John a lot, as you guys I think know. His favorite color is also purple, so I've taken a backseat on purple. Except I don't know you as well, Gwommy. So if we play a game, I'm gonna fight you for it.
Oh, I won't play if I'm not purple.
Okay, well then.
No.
So, yeah, and let's see, did we go over? Yeah, we did go over. Okay, so the Gwommy teen has to, it doesn't have to be exactly second. It could be some like, what's it called? Like another version of it. Basically, like you could say, did you second in that or something like that?
Or hold the 2.
I second what he said.
Some permutation second.
Oh, sorry, was there a question for?
One quick. Can I ask, what does the baby dragon do?
It has 2 lives.
Oh, okay. Tough guy.
All that it does in this one.
Well, it's like a boosted tough guy because it has two lives. You know, if the tough guy dies,
it doesn't matter when it dies.
Yeah.
It's like a prince and a tough guy combined, sort of, somehow. All right. So, if everyone got the roles, I have everything prepared. I think I'm ready to go. And we can start with the first night. I am going to mute you all and have a good sleep. And we'll see you in a little bit here. And I am going to be very clear now that I call out some roles because, like, since a bunch of them are called Gwommy, it could be confusing. Like, Gwommy is really good, though, at not waking up when I say Gwommy, which is good. But, okay, so we're going to start off with the GwommyWolf. So not the wannabe, just a GwommyWolf. So I will give you these options. So it could be, let's see here, we're going to do it like that. We're going to randomize it up, and you will pick the top or the bottom here. You want to be that, okay. And I'm going to note that down, and you can go to sleep. And then I'm going to ask that the wannabe GwommyWolf wakes up. And you are going to be this. All right. Okay, so then I am going to go to the normal night thingy, basically. So I will ask the GwommyMan to wake up. Only the GwommyMan, not the wannabe GwommyMan. So GwommyMan, you will get two options here. So you can do the top or the bottom of this. So you will do that. And who do you want to do it to? Okay, thank you. Then I will ask the wannabe GwommyMan to wake up. And you will do this. So who do you want to do it to? Okay, you can go to sleep. Then let's have the bodyguard wake up. I just want to say hi because you're not really doing anything here, but the bodyguard, if you can wake up. I just want to say hi. So there's no one to protect. Nobody's going to get killed right now. Then let's have the werewolves wake up, including the Gwommy stuff, Gwommy versions of wolves. And you can wave to each other, just say hi, so you know who the other ones are. And this should be this many of you. So maybe wave a little bit more. There we go. Okay. You will get more chances to look at each other later on. Okay, so you can go to sleep, and let's have the seer wake up. So seer, you're an easy one for me. I don't need to show you anything. You just need to tell me something. So, okay. Thank you. And finally, the GwommyHag. Thank you. All right, so everyone can wake up and you can unmute yourself, but I am going to give you some information here. So basically, I don't know why, but somebody doesn't want a Yahoo to talk today, so you're silenced, you can't talk. Then also, Ben, somebody doesn't want you in the village, so you're sent out for the day and the night, so you can turn off your camera and be back in the next morning, basically. And yeah, that's everything I needed to tell you. And now we're going to look for some candidates. So I will remind you, you will nominate someone, second that will be the first candidate, then you will do the same thing again. And then that will be the second candidate, and then we will have a separate vote on each of them. It's going to be a bit longer days, I guess, which I'm sorry for Ben and other people that will be sent out, but that's how we will do it.
Okay. Should we all just on the count of three say second?
Well, we definitely shouldn't be so quick to second because of the nomination.
I don't think people should be saying the word second.
Wait, Adam has a question. Adam has a question.
Joseph, the person who is old hagged, do they have to close their eyes during the votes?
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's actually true. Oh, nice thing there. No, let's have it like this. If you're old hagged, you can look all day, but you have to close your eyes during the night, obviously. That's a fun twist as well.
That's interesting. It gives the old hag some decisions.
So 2 people get to look at it then.
Yeah, so 2 people get to look at it, which could make it interesting.
Which is cool because it gives them something to fight about.
It gives the person something to do during the day. They can at least look at the votes when they're sent out.
So not just a first person, but a second person can look at it. Yeah, interesting.
Now, is that the second time?
I love how you guys just come up with these like loopholes. Like, wait, how does this work? And that's how my moderating evolves because I'm learning from you.
Yeah. This is like your second time moderating, right?
Yeah.
Elliot, you started something there. I don't know if it was because you had to or if it was because you just wanted to have some fun, but either way, it was good.
How many seconds do we have in the
true
state?
blame should lie with whoever said it second. They're the ones who made it into a trend.
Yeah. Well, Simon actually second twice.
The second time, yeah. I didn't just say it the first time. I said it the second time.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
So, hey, you can talk. You can write messages to us.
I just want to clarify that this obviously means that I am not the GwommyMan because I would have silenced Lucas straight away.
Yeah, so pretty much everyone who has played several games with me is not the GwommyMan.
Yeah, and I think Lucas, you wouldn't be the GwommyMan.
It also assumes that they got silence. Well, no, they did get silence.
Yeah, so
correcting myself there.
Yeah. Also, I want to say one of the werewolves apparently did not wave a lot, and I would say Adam is one werewolf who doesn't wave a lot when he wakes up. Adam S.
You gotta clarify here.
Hey, I saw you held something up. I couldn't read it.
And we wouldn't know.
Adam.
You hold that up a second time, Yahoo?
I thought the person silence can't have anything written.
No, you can't write stuff. You can like gesture and stuff if you want.
Okay.
I know it's a classic thing to talk about, but there's like 15 different roles and there's 20 of us, so
we're gonna have the Sasquatch come out.
That was my first.
Yeah, I'm the Sasquatch.
I thought we were going to talk about Paul for a second.
I'm the cult leader.
Oh boy. Yeah, I would have liked to have nominated, or I would like to nominate a Yahoo, but he's silent, and I just wanted to. I would want to hear if he.
I'll second it.
No, I don't want. I didn't actually.
Oh, he hasn't nominated him yet.
But he can't give a defense, so I can't tell if he's good or bad. But I would want him. If he's good, I would want the GwommyHag to send him out for a day because he takes good notes. So.
Yeah, he would have a lot of info.
Oh, maybe you have noticed, but actually, Adayu has stopped taking notes.
Well,
no, seriously.
Seems to have disappeared altogether.
He has actually changed his playstyle. He doesn't want to take so many notes.
Oh,
like he used to.
Maybe.
Well, that's what you say, Adayu. You don't take so many notes again.
Yeah, what are your thoughts, Yahoo?
he had second.
We'll wait.
All right.
I mean, my thought on a lot of the roles is there's not much advantage in coming out too early unless we think we can get ourselves a really short list of at some point of possible werewolves, because we also tell the werewolves who the sort of seer and the bodyguard are, or give them a small list of people to try. And of course, because they know who the werewolves are, they got a smaller list than we do of people to aim at.
I can for sure say if I die the first night, Luciana's a werewolf.
Or it could have also been a GwommyMan. Could have also been a GwommyMan.
Yeah. No. She's holding a grudge from last game.
Yeah, the GwommyMan can kill as well.
Yeah. You know, Juga, she can kill you as a villager as well, not just as a werewolf.
Either
or.
Well, the thing is, like, obviously someone got silenced, Yeah. So the GwommyMan either picks sleep or silence, but the wannabe person did the opposite. So what we had last night was a sleep and a silence in those two roles. So
what?
No,
that's not how it works.
The opposite.
Yeah, the
sleep and silence can never be together.
Yeah. Sorry, you're right. Sorry.
They might have.
So what? They did something.
They might have scared somebody who doesn't have a thing.
Yeah, after the first night, it's kind of hard to tell. They didn't do nominate or kill.
Right.
Yeah.
They did murder. Murder's kind of fine the first night because the werewolves aren't killing anyone.
So we don't really know what the second thing was that they had left.
So yeah, see, protect or scare. They could have done.
Yeah,
but they wouldn't pick protect because nobody can.
Right.
But if they had to hit protect.
But if they had that option.
I think a lot of times Joseph holds up C the first night. I'm sure there's some randomness to it, but
if they had protect, they would have picked.
That's a roll die. Roll die. Yeah.
Well, they could have gotten kill and hit the baby dragon, just as a
that's right.
That's not very likely, but
I think the baby dragon would know that though.
No, he's not.
No, Joseph has said he doesn't tell the baby dragon if he loses a life.
Oh, okay.
I have a question. Can the GwommyWolf tell us which thing they picked though?
I was wondering about that. That would make this a lot easier.
Yeah,
they would.
Thinking about that overnight.
It doesn't have to be the GwommyWolf. It can also be the wannabe GwommyWolf.
Yeah, I just want to know if there's like.
Who just said that? Because they said, "Can they tell us which role they picked?" Implying that they're a wolf.
It was Adam. Paul. I'm sorry, it was Paul.
Yeah, can you tell us villages what they picked? Is what I said.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think the GwommyWolf should tell the village what they picked last night.
I think that's a good idea.
I think because there's the GwommyWolf and the GwommyWolf, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for us to
all right,
think about
Joseph,
what they could be.
We have to nominate, right? There's no possibilities of not nominating.
No, you have to have two candidates.
Yeah. It sounds like the only way somebody doesn't die is if
I think
a tie.
If it's tied,
yeah, it has to be exactly a tie.
Which would only work if everyone voted the exact same way for both votes.
Yeah, which will never happen.
But we have
because werewolves.
I nominate Adam S. Just get him talking early.
Okay, so we have a nomination for Adam S. Is there a second for that?
Yes, I second.
Simon seconds. Okay, so let me keep track of my papers. We have one candidate, which is Adam S.
And can I nominate Adam Kraft? Because I don't think he
much. I would let Adam actually do the second nomination.
Oh, sounds fair.
Didn't you do the first nomination?
Who
seconded? Jugan nominated me.
Okay. You're on the same side of my screen.
Y'all just don't want to have two Adams around.
So wait, is there a second nomination or?
Oh,
Elliot.
Wait, we have to have two nominations. I'm confused.
I was going to let Adam have a chance.
Yeah, no. What it is we'll nominate two people throughout the day, and then they go up against each other, and then we vote for them.
And then one of them.
And one of them will definitely end up going unless it's an exact tie vote.
So we're gonna have when we have two candidates, then they're both gonna do their defense, and then we're gonna vote for both of them.
So we've got a first candidate. We're just looking for a second.
For the second candidate, I'm tempted to nominate the person who's second and first because I feel like they might be a werewolf trying to fill in as the person that always says second.
I would let Adam.
Who says second every 5 seconds this round.
Or should we be nominating the person that made the first nomination?
No, can we let Adam talk, please?
We did it to get Adam talking.
Guys, can we let Adam talk, please? He was nominated.
But he doesn't have to talk right now.
No, but he should have a choice, of who should.
But he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, it doesn't matter. I think wasting a nomination to make me talk is a dumb idea, but.
Yeah, I agree. We have free reign to be able to ask someone to just talk and not nominate them.
But I don't think Jugan quite understood how it worked.
No, I didn't.
So I'm not just gonna randomly throw him under the bus just because he nominated. So I have no one necessarily to nominate.
But I'm pretty sure Simon has understood it.
Lucas, you don't like Simon, do you?
No, I like Simon a lot.
I mean, in
Simon's
this
got a
game.
grudge against a lot of us from the legacy game, sure. So.
Simon, you've really come out of your shell after moderating so many games.
No, the thing is, Simon wants to die early because he wants to go to sleep.
You're telling us it would be a kindness to nominate him.
Yeah, I thought the plan was to make him like stay till the end. I thought that was the plan, make him torture. Like,
So Jugan nominated and Simon seconded it.
Yeah.
Simon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a better idea than my one Adam plan then?
Get rid of both Adams.
Put them up against each other.
Well, it
and
only
one
be
will
one.
go.
No, maybe we should nominate Simon then, since he's was so eager to throw one of the Adams under the bus.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
All right, I'll nominate Simon then.
So we have a nomination for Simon. Is there a second for that?
Gwommy second? Okay.
Gwommy seconds. Okay, so we have our two candidates. And we're going to do it like this. So Adam was nominated first, so Adam gets his defense speech first.
I'm on the village team. You shouldn't vote for me. I have a role. It's not a super huge role, but I'm definitely a villager. So if you think that Simon is not an important villager, I would say I'm more important. But if he convinces you he has an important village role, then I'm probably more expendable. But I am a villager with a role, but not like a super important role.
All right, so let's have Simon's defense.
It's going to be very similar. I'm on the village team. I have a role. It's not an important role. Yeah, I kind of I seconded Adam, knowing full well that he would be up on the chopping block. It wasn't just the usual get him to talk. He's one of the better players, and I think, I'm happy to die instead of him. Or also, if he says stuff dodgy, I'm happy for him to be killed instead of me. So yeah.
Okay, so as I usually do in my games, I allow for a few, not too long, but a few Q&As. So if you have any questions for the...
Quick question. When are you going to tell us who gets to watch?
After we did the whole, when we go to the vote.
Okay.
The discussion, yeah.
So if you have any questions for the candidates, otherwise we'll just start voting.
We can tell how to vote, right? How we will vote.
Yeah, I'll repeat that. So everyone will put their... Okay, well, let's go to the vote.
I know. I just interested if I can tell beforehand that I will vote up for both of them.
Oh, yeah, you can say what
you can say what you want.
Yeah, of course.
Because we have an even number of people right now, thanks to the hag who sent out someone. Then we can keep both of them alive if they have a role.
The problem is the werewolves won't play with us on this.
But they cannot discuss how they will vote. So,
I mean, if there's 3 people that vote down, hopefully one of the 2 people who see it is not a werewolf and can call those people out. So, I mean, obviously one is probably the pessimist, but at least we'll have an idea of a couple werewolves. So I think the werewolves would be scared to vote opposite.
Yeah,
I'd suggest that people should avoid voting the same way for both, so we can work out who the optimist and pessimist are.
And someone who's better at understanding sign language, see what a Yahoo's doing. With his hands.
He's lifting weights.
I think he's got weights.
He's not actually doing anything.
He's doing
No,
exercises.
he's lifting weights.
There's a plane landing. Trying to get him on the
use your
right
time.
way.
That's good.
But you guys do remember that I who loves the silent role, he doesn't like to talk in werewolf games.
He loves it.
Yeah.
So I would suggest to whoever keep making him silent. He will love that.
All right, it seems like we're off topic now, so let's go to the votes.
I would say we're both villagers, so everybody should vote up.
I mean, you both said the same. Both said the same defense. You've got like minor roles. Like what minor roles they could be? There's a few.
There's actually, I think there's just one minor role. I thought the Gwommy team is.
Yeah, the pessimist and optimist.
But the pessimist and the optimist
they
over an
could actually
ordinary
help
villager.
too.
Yeah, Gwommy team's a minor role. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
One of these two is going to die.
I'm going to be a bit rude. We are going to go to the vote. We need to get the game moving, obviously. So, again, everyone will hold up their hand. I will now, though, I will roll and tell you who can watch. So we have it's Alex Daly can watch during the night, or not the night, during the vote. Sorry. Okay, so everyone else, well, Alex gets a vote as well, but everyone puts their hand up. Close your eyes, except for Alex, and then you will vote for Adam S in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's just hold it there. I'm gonna count. So Doug, can you lift your hand up a little bit? I don't really see. Okay. So okay. So I think it's okay. Thank you. You can take down your hands and then you can open your eyes. And okay, then we're going to roll it up and see who gets to look when we vote for Simon. So it's going to be Alex Daly again. Okay, that's the die. So let's do it all again, but this time for Simon. So we're going to vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. All right, thank you. You can take down your hand and you can look up, and I have good news. We have a tie, so nobody dies. So let's go to sleep, everyone. And okay, so that was exciting. It feels a bit, you know, we're gonna get into this. It's a bit, you know, tricky here maybe in the beginning for me and everything. It's like slow, but okay. So we have the night here. We're gonna start with the GwommyMan. So you will get to do one of these two things. You want to do that, so who do you want to do it to? Okay, thank you. Then we're gonna have the wannabe GwommyMan wake up. And you get to do this, or you have to do this. So who do you want to do it to? Thank you. Then let's have the bodyguard wake up. Thank you. And then let's have the werewolves wake up. So who do you want to try and kill? Okay, thank you. And then let's have the seer wake up and tell me who you want to see. Thank you. And finally, the GwommyHag. You want to send someone out? Thank you. And then everyone can wake up, and we say welcome back to Ben as well. Hope you had a nice time wherever you were. And then we are going to, you're gonna, let's see here. Okay, so first of all, what do I need to tell you? Okay, Jugan, you're dead, sorry. Jugan was a villager. And Sean, I'm not going to make up these stories that Tom makes because he's much better than me at that. But Sean, you're out of the village for a while. You'll be back tomorrow morning. And you can unmute yourselves and have a fun day 2 in the village.
All right, one thing, Alex, what did you see? Let's start with you, because Alex, Ben, and I think a Yahoo, because a Yahoo was silenced, Ben could see and you saw the votes, I think we should start with them three and see what they have to say.
But don't say who. Yeah, don't say who. Don't say who. Just a number.
Don't say a Yahoo. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, basically, we don't want the pessimist to be like a target, I guess.
Yeah,
no, but just
if it was 0-0 or if there were votes, because werewolves would have identified themselves as they were the only ones that voted.
Well, it can't be 0 because there's a pessimist.
Well, the only important thing is they exchanged their votes.
Guys,
unless the pessimist was.
Guys, let Alex talk, please.
Yeah,
let him talk for a second. Come on.
4 down and 4 down.
But were they the same both times?
It wasn't the same 4.
2 of the people had the same down vote.
Yeah.
So my thought was that the people that were voting down would likely be werewolves because obviously they wanted somebody to die. And the thing, no, that's fine. I'm not, whatever, Ellie, I'm just going to say my thing. It's not necessarily true. But my point is that if you were going to vote down, you would get a kill. If everybody votes up, which made sense to me, that's what I did. If everybody voted up that was, able to or whatever, not the pessimist.
Well, if you vote down in both,
it would
it's the
have
same.
been an obvious tie. So
I'll be right
people
back.
that
Don't kill
down
anyone.
would be more likely to be werewolves.
Well, if you vote down both times, it doesn't really matter. Then it's
Ben,
for some stupid reason, but yeah.
Ben, do you corroborate what Alex said about the? Okay, cool.
Can I say something just off that? In this game, if you vote the same way on both, it doesn't matter if you vote up or down.
That is true.
Because it's all a relative thing. So it's not like you can say the down people be werewolves and the up
Yep, that is true.
wouldn't. And it would also make sense, given we know that there's a pessimist who has to vote down, that a few people therefore should have voted down on both anyway, just to give the pessimist some cover.
But
Another
it's
thing
surprising
that
that it was 2 pairs, like of 2 each time.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same 4 people.
I kind of think.
So that means only
of the
one
2
person. Well, only one person that wasn't a pessimist voted down on both times.
Yeah, I tend to think whoever that person is, that person who wasn't the pessimist is a werewolf.
Along that line of thought, my thought
It's
was
also possible Alex and Ben are lying.
that is true. If I was a werewolf, and I did think this through, if I was a werewolf, I would have voted up and then down to make it less likely that there was a tie.
I will say I was one of the ones that switched. So I voted one way for one and the other for opposite.
As was I.
As was I.
At some point, we want.
I just thought.
Hang on a second. That's 3 people, and weren't there only 2 people?
There should be 4. There should be 4.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then there's 2 that stayed the same.
So that was Greg, Adam, and Eddie that switched. Yeah.
I just felt like
and me. Yes.
I think was least
okay.
likely to be the
Sorry,
werewolf.
Greg.
At some point, we want the village to know who the optimist, the pessimist, and the Gwommy team are, because they don't actually pose a threat to the werewolves. They don't really have any powers.
Yeah, but they're cleared villagers.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
so at some point, we want to know who they are.
The werewolves want to kill cleared villagers.
Yeah, so they give
but
suspicion to others.
If there's no point in them being cleared unless the village actually knows they're cleared.
The trouble is the werewolves can leave in the optimist and the pessimist, and because they have to vote the same way everyone, they're not a voting villager come the end game. So
they wouldn't kill them, actually.
So they can just leave those 2 alive.
So we might
and know that the numbers are 2 more in their favour than they would otherwise be.
I mean, the werewolves aren't bothered about finding the optimist and pessimist. They're not powerful roles at all.
Same with the Gwommy. Well, even the Gwommy.
Yeah, but it helps also find the seer. They want to kill the seer and the GwommyMan. And if we out the pessimist and optimist, then they have 2 people they don't have to target.
I'd say it's more favourable for the village to know who these roles are than
no.
The werewolves.
In this case, no.
Not later,
I don't
maybe.
think so. Not early.
Well, at some point. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, late in the game.
Yeah. The problem is late in the game, anyone can claim anything.
The earlier we know, then
we
can trust them to nominate, right? So,
but they can't.
We leave it early.
You can't trust them to nominate because they don't know who is a werewolf and who isn't. You know.
No, they don't know, of course, but it means that they're not going to obviously nominate themselves. So it's one less person to potentially. The odds are slightly more favourable.
I'd say at the point
and it's not
where,
a werewolf nominating.
After like 3 or 4 nights, once say the seer comes out, or we think we probably lost a few of the important roles, that's when it's probably the right time for the really minor roles to start outing themselves.
Yeah, it's way too early now. No.
But it's the optimist and the pessimist can't out themselves.
No.
Easily, anyway. So in some ways, we have to keep track of them for it to be useful.
There are ways they can. If someone just claimed to vote down, given how few people voted down on both, that would start to out them.
Maybe.
I'm not saying they
I can
should,
see
but there are ways they can.
Werewolves pretending to be optimists or pessimists to throw the village team off.
So Ben, did you see anything outside of the votes? Did you notice anything while you were out of the village?
The main things that I noticed were people that, you know, seemed like they were either looking at their notes a lot or taking lots of notes. People that I've got for that is Luciana, Sean, Eddie, and Simon. So those were kind of the people that caught my eye as not really looking at the camera very often. Not that that means anything. I don't know what to interpret that as, but.
Simon, were you surprised that you did not die?
I thought my defense was perhaps not as well, considering I said the same thing as Adam. I thought, you know, I was going to die. Yeah. I am surprised. I'm pleased.
You know, another thing is we could maybe have nominated 2 werewolves, and that's why all the werewolves wanted to keep them alive.
You want to nominate a second werewolf?
But I also think that may have been tougher for the vote to be exact if that was the case.
Right. I think there's so many people voting.
Pretty slim too.
It's pretty slim. Yeah, it's slim anyways, but I think it's even more slim if it was the werewolves nominated.
Yeah, I've got a suspicion just from how everyone's been playing the first 2 days. And it's just one player I think is throwing an awful lot of shade on a couple of specific people. So I would like to nominate Lucas.
No,
so we have a nomination for Lucas.
Don't second it. I will tell why. I will tell why.
Simon seconded.
Did you second Simon? No.
Oh. No.
That Simon having fun.
I'm the baby dragon. I'm the baby dragon.
You're the baby dragon. Last time I played with you.
Can I withdraw nomination?
This is the second time you've been the baby dragon.
I know. Joseph even wrote me. It's really RNG. But yeah.
So did not someone kill
is there a second for Lucas?
No.
Or?
But didn't you say that the baby dragon didn't know until they were killed?
Yeah, the baby doesn't.
They don't know that they were killed until they die. They do know that they're baby dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, I am a minor role, and I just don't want to waste our nomination on me. That's why I came out now.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't waste it, because later in the game it could be useful, because if the werewolves try to kill Lucas and it comes all down to numbers,
well, they won't.
It could be useful.
They won't.
Yeah, no.
They won't try to kill him.
Or they're gonna waste 2 nights to get him, which is a good thing too. So either way, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Or I think it's more likely you're to make it to the final 3. So play well today.
Yeah. So Lucas can protect the werewolf all the way.
And if you are a werewolf, that was a brilliant move.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, unless the baby dragon wants to come out.
Would contest it.
Yeah, the baby dragon would come
out.
I mean, we all agree that like the baby dragon's like a minor role. So we've had 3 people so far say they've got minor roles for the village. Like so we need to keep track of that as well.
I think Joseph was claiming baby dragon though.
I think so. I think Joseph.
We've got a second baby dragon.
Sounds like it.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna nominate Elliot.
So we have a nomination for Elliot. Is there a second for that?
I second.
I'll second.
All right. So Elliot is our first candidate. So now we're looking for another one.
So who nominated?
Does that mean I get the honour of throwing some shade?
So Paul nominated first, and then who nominated second?
No, Alex nominated. Alex Daly nominated.
I nominated.
I just trust Alex's nomination because he got to see all the votes, so I figure he had a reason for it.
And who was the second?
Well, it's either Lucas or
Lucas and
me,
I kind
Paul.
of did it at the same time, but there's no rabbit wolf, so it doesn't matter.
No, I'm not keeping track of that, which is really nice.
Well, it does matter for me since there's very little information I can track.
Yeah, sure. So you can write both of us.
We did it at the same time.
I nominate Alex.
So we have a nomination for Alex. Is there a second?
I think the werewolves would have killed somebody who looked at the votes. because that's the most information we're going to get in the game. So if the werewolves kept both of them alive, I think
you realize we have a second person who saw the votes and
I understand, but if Ben and you are both werewolves, they're not going to kill either of you.
Well, they couldn't kill Ben either because Ben was out of the village last night.
Right.
It's the GwommyHag, which is like a super hag.
It's also an easy pick for the bodyguard if you know nothing else to go and pick that person for the same reason. So
that is well.
It doesn't give me any particular.
Yeah,
suspicion.
that is true because they may have not killed him simply because they
assuming there's a bodyguard. There's potential for
I didn't hear a second for Alex, so should we? I think I'm going to cut that. And we are back to finding a second candidate.
Yeah,
I think Joseph is the dean because he's saying second all the time.
I'll throw out my other suspicions. I can't nominate, but Adam S. just jumped super high up my list, and Evan was
mine too.
Also there.
Who else jumped on your list?
Evan, just because he wanted the optimist and the pessimist outed.
Yeah,
So
I still maintain that.
My interest, I have a hash for suspicious, but it's not like a lot. It's just I did know in my world that he was suspicious.
I think I have the advantage that
oh, sorry, go on.
Potentially, I could be cleared if I'm nominated.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this. I think Jamie's the only one we haven't heard from.
Yeah.
So Jamie, what do you think about this chaos Gwommy Village today?
Literally, I've got no idea at all. I've got Elliot's name written down as a bit suspicious for whatever reason. I don't know why. But other than that, I got nothing. I don't think I believe Lucas at all about him being a baby dragon. Right. Just making that stuff up. But no, Balag. What I think he said something earlier that I thought made him seem a bit more like a villager, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, I don't know nothing. That's all.
No, I'm pretty sure the Lucas baby dragon claim is fine because coming out as a baby dragon is actually a good idea because it can make the wolves less likely to target you because they know they'll waste a night trying to kill you.
Well, and he also did it to avoid being nominated. Which, is good. Like that to me is good.
If he was,
I don't want to waste it.
Call him out by
Also, no one came out, so yeah.
Yeah. And that definitely means, Lucas, you're like top 5 easy because the werewolves aren't going to waste any time.
Yeah, that's not good because I usually have the werewolves.
And then, if it comes to head and we realize the other person is good, we can always.
And then I got another quick question for the Big Cheese.
What's up?
Last round you nominated really quick after a couple people kind of put pressure on saying you. They're like they were expecting you, then bam, you as soon as that happened twice, you nominated. Why?
Because I don't want to be up for nomination. I don't know how that vote would fall in my favor, especially if it's me and the other Adam. I was just concerned about being on the chopping block there. So especially when Elliot just threw me out there because, hey, let's have a battle between the Adams. Okay, that seemed like suspicious reasoning, so I nominated somebody else so they wouldn't.
It was more you haven't spoken things and things.
So we have a nomination for Adam S. Is there a second for that?
I love how you did that, Gwommy, by the way.
Lucas. Okay.
A second.
So
second Adam, yeah.
Okay, so we are going to start off with Elliot's defense, uninterrupted.
Okay, so I'm a villager. I thought I've been playing pretty much how I normally do. I suppose at least we learned that Joseph doesn't need to play anymore. You can still suspect me even when I'm an ordinary villager right from the start, even without him. But no, I'm an ordinary villager. I've been trying to move things on. I also am aware that there's a couple of people who often, when they're the werewolf, like to try and direct certain conversations. And that can be very powerful if they get on for a couple of days. So that's the only thing that directed my suspicions. It doesn't mean they're right at all. I think that's all I got.
All right. So let's have Adam S. defend himself.
Once again, I'm a villager. I have a role. I don't understand why Alex would be alive. If I was a werewolf, I would immediately kill the person who knew the votes, because that's one of the most important pieces of information in the game, and they had control of that. I don't understand the Jugan kill at all. I mean, if you're still suspicious of me, I can tell you my role. Otherwise, if you kill me, you're going to know pretty much immediately what my role is. So
why would the werewolves not think the bodyguard would protect me?
Because it's just random that the bodyguard would. I mean, I don't know.
You just said that I was the most important person for the werewolves to kill, and yet the bodyguard wouldn't know that?
No, I think that you had an important piece of information. I think the werewolves would try to kill you, but obviously they didn't. So maybe the bodyguard did protect you, but the werewolves didn't try to kill you. They killed Jugan.
Yeah, that's always the game, is the werewolves have to try to kill people, and they have to fight the bodyguard. If they think the bodyguard's going to protect me, they can kill me next night.
I understand that.
Odin?
So Adam, are you claiming Hunter, right?
Do we have any? Yeah. Do we have any other questions for the candidates? Otherwise, we go to the vote.
Simon?
Yeah, Elliot, you said there are a couple of people who you think are trying to, railroad the conversations. Can you say who those people are?
I had done. I mean, Lucas. Until he said what he did and no one contradicted him, I was suspicious. Once he came out with his role, I wasn't anymore. And I understand, given his role, why he's being a bit more aggressive than sometimes, because he's got a bit of protection. But I had picked up on that you were being slightly more aggressive than sometimes. I mean, I don't like the theory that, well, Alex didn't get killed, so he must be a werewolf, if I'm honest. And beyond that, I'm a bit at sea if I'm
okay.
More than that.
Lucas,
I'm going
Can I
to
ask
say
Elliot a question?
Yeah. So Adam has a question.
Elliot, do you have a role?
No, I'm a villager. That's a role.
Okay, I'm the GwommyHag. I sent Ben out. I sent Sean out. I had written Doug's name for tonight, but I'm going to send myself out if you protect me. So tomorrow you can't try to kill me, and I'll get to actually see what votes happen. Hopefully the bodyguard protects me tonight.
Didn't you say that if you were killed, we would find out straight away?
Yeah.
Right, because nobody would be sent out tomorrow.
Okay, so I think we're going to. I'm going to mute you all.
I have one more thing.
Okay,
I just want to say for everybody.
Last question here from Alex.
So, I think it makes sense for us to go for Elliot if Adam is going to, hag himself. The reason that I voted or nominated Elliot was because he voted down twice, and I have very, very, very strong reason to believe that he's not the pessimist based on other people's voting at night.
Okay.
I also believe the marker in his hand is a tell that we should get rid of him.
Okay, so I need to cut it at some point. I will be a little bit rude and do that. So we are going to start off with a vote for Elliot, and I am going to roll it up, and it's going to be, it is a Yahoo that gets to look. So everyone else, close your eyes and get ready to vote. So up to not kill Elliot and down to kill Elliot in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. You can take down your hands and you can open your eyes. Well, you don't really need to do that in between, I guess. But then we are going to have Greg is the one that gets to see. So Greg gets to see. Everyone else close their eyes. We're going to vote for Adam S. in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And sorry to say, Elliot, but you are dead. Elliot was a villager. And good night, everyone. And let's start off, as we usually do, with the GwommyMan. So, GwommyMan, here are your options. So you can do one of these two things. You want to do that, so who do you want to do it to? Thank you. Then let's have the wannabe GwommyMan wake up, and you will have to do this. So who do you want to do it to? Thank you. Thank you. So let's have the bodyguard wake up. Thank you. And the werewolves. So werewolves, who do you want to try and kill? Okay. Then let's have the seer wake up. And you can tell me, who do you want to see? Okay. And let's have the GwommyHag. Thank you. All right, so everyone can wake up, and Sean can come back to the village as well. Hope you had a good time wherever you were. And now someone that didn't have such a good time, or not now at least, is Chef. You are dead, sorry. And Chef was a villager. And then also Adam S, you've been sent out. So see you tomorrow. And that's not everything, because I got an email from some weird guy saying that Evan is a candidate already. So sorry, Evan, you're already a candidate. Now the village needs to find a second one.
So, Daily, both your suspicions turned out to be villagers.
It appears so.
Doesn't look so good for you.
I think with Lucas being the most trusted, I think he should make the nomination.
No. First, I want to.
Well, he doesn't.
know...
You don't have to do it now, but like.
No, you don't have to do it now. I just.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Your opinion's got a lot of weight, basically.
Yes.
So another thing I'm starting to consider too is just on who's getting killed and who's not. There's possible that GwommyMan or the wannabe GwommyMan is being forced to kill. So if a bodyguard protected Alex,
but we don't. How many kills do we have?
Just one.
Just one.
Two kills. Jugan and Chef.
Jugan and then Chef.
Well, yeah, but it's one per.
Yeah, last night.
Yeah.
Right. There's never been a night with 2 kills yet, but it's possible that bodyguard protected one of 2 kills.
Okay.
One of them was kind of forced by
that is true.
Wannabe.
Greg, do you want to say how many people voted down?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask.
If I counted.
Sorry, the first vote was everybody but Evan R. and Ben Hecker.
You shouldn't have said that.
I'm sorry. Well, normally it's public information, and I don't know. Well, whatever. Why not? It's information that helps the village. Village information is good. I mean, unless it gets them singled out, in which case I'm sorry. Eddie, by the way, you're silenced.
So those 2 voted up.
Yeah, sorry. I was saying that I agree with Ayu. Like, I think knowing who voted who up and down helps the village, not the werewolves.
I mean, the only wrinkle there is that you don't actually know that I'm telling the truth, but right. I think the information is good for the village.
Sean can confirm it.
Yeah, someone can corroborate it.
Sean.
And I was really hoping to hear from the other person before I confirmed anything.
Okay, well then let's
tell the truth. I was hoping maybe to catch somebody before I said anything, but because it's easy to forget about the old hag. Sorry.
So, yeah, now Adam's watching all these votes today. I just did a quick count. When I looked at the votes, I saw, if I did it right, 6 down and then 13 up. Well, I saw the second vote, and that was the vote for Adam.
Yeah, I kind of questioned that as well. So it made me wonder if I messed up because I thought I saw more down for Adam than Elliot, but I was counting.
I didn't see very many downs. I may be off by one or two. There are a couple hands that are a little bit off camera, but
I know I only saw, at least from what I saw, I only saw 2 down for Elliot, and the ones that Yahoo said exactly. And then I was in the process of writing. I got to 3 names for Adam, and then it was called. And so
Can either of you confirm how I voted for that second vote?
I totally don't mind sharing how I voted. I really don't mind. I voted down for Elliot, up for Elliot.
Given that it's already been told that I voted up for the first one.
Wait, I thought
I don't know what you voted on the second one. I didn't get to your name.
You mean there were 2 upvotes for Elliot, or?
I only saw 2
only
down
2
votes
upvotes.
for
I thought
Elliot.
is what Yahoo said.
2 down votes.
No, I said there were 2 upvotes for Elliot.
Yeah, 2 upvotes for
And
Elliot.
everyone else was down.
Voted down.
So okay, my arrow's wrong. I'm sorry.
The other thing is,
I take a lot of notes, but they're usually wrong. I apologize.
I was a bit worried that I
down,
killed the
you're
wrong
fine.
guy there, but.
It's kind of a binary vote, and since it's a secret, it would seem logically that most people would.
Most people voted for.
Yeah, because they basically were choosing between the 2. The fact that everyone but 2 voted down, it's kind of obvious that well over the majority would have voted up.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking after you spoke there.
Yeah, that's I was confused at that point. I thought maybe I missed something.
I mean, Elliot was a villager. Who voted? Who voted up for Elliot? I mean, I voted down, but who voted up?
It was Evan and Ben.
Okay, so maybe that might be good, because I don't know.
Well, or they didn't suspect, which, I mean, you can be. Well, yeah, so that they would have been, because he wasn't. Well.
Or they were werewolves, and they knew that people would see them voting up for a villager and think that, they're
also
villagers.
Well, let me explain why I voted up for Elliot, because it kind of leads into who I'm suspicious of. The first day when Elliot was talking, we were kind of all trying to figure out, how pessimists are voting and whether it makes sense for them to come out and all this stuff. Elliot specifically mentioned people should be voting down for both votes at night, even if they think the person is good, because it gives the pessimist cover. And I felt like he was pretty clear about that. And then Alex came in and nominated him. I don't know how long it was, but
I missed that part.
Later on. So that kind of, like, I saw Elliot voted down for both people on the first night, first day. And so, like Alex said, I saw somebody else that voted down for both people as well. So once Elliot said that, that cleared him in my mind because it fit with what I had seen. So that's kind of why I'm suspicious of Alex now, especially after he nominated Elliot and seconded Adam, who both turned out to be villagers.
Yeah, I didn't hear that part when he said that, so I just thought it was suspicious. The other person seems like the pessimist for sure, but if he was trying to give cover to him, it makes sense. And then I think Adam was just acting super suspicious, like trying to throw shade at me when I was the only person who saw the votes other than you, and I'm coming out with good information, so that just seemed weird. But I actually was one of the people who voted down for him on the first night, just because I thought his defense was kind of a werewolf defense. It was this kind of pause. I'm a villager with a role. It was just kind of, I don't know. I didn't buy it, but I understand if you want to nominate me. I actually have other stuff to do tonight. So if you kill me, then awesome.
The next two. Greg and Sean, are you suspicious of anyone who downvoted on Adam?
No, because I didn't get all the names.
Well, unfortunately, it happened real quick for me. I didn't get a whole lot of.
Yeah, and I do want to say, at least for that first one, since I couldn't say anything yesterday for Alex, because he said that there were 4 people, only 3 people that changed their vote the first time between Simon and Adam. I was one that flipped my vote because I thought Adam was a villager, and I don't know Simon as well. I know Adam's a good player, so to try to make sure Adam stayed in, I voted up for Adam and down for Simon. It ended up working out, but sorry, man. I am the 4th person that flipped my vote that time. So I want to let everybody know that, and if Alex is good, hopefully that also helps that I'm telling you that. That was my
That
reason.
is correct.
I honestly think that kind of stuff it's kind of obviously kind of useful for the village. I think knowing how people dominate is like how we get our information, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, I have another question. Does anyone want to say why they downvoted on Adam?
Second night or first night?
Which night?
I mean the previous vote now. So day two.
I voted up.
I voted up for him on the second one.
I voted down for him first night.
Unfortunately, I didn't get any good names. I know I voted up, but I know my vote, of course.
Yeah, I'm just asking if anyone wants to explain why they voted down on Adam.
I got 3 people down, so I'm not going to say anybody.
Yeah,
but I would be interested to hear. I'll let people volunteer first. That way.
I voted down on him.
On Adam, you didn't believe him.
No, Yeah, I didn't believe him. As I say, in my defense, I kind of think Adam is very, very sneaky as a werewolf, and some of the things he was saying, I was just thinking, I think that were very, very, I didn't really believe him, sort of thing, because so that's why I voted down.
But do you not think that's like super risky, like early in the game coming out with a role when obviously that role is still alive? That's super risky, like coming out with a role like that.
Well, no, sorry. He didn't.
He obviously said his role out loud. And
yes, when he said, and that's why, because he said his role and it contradicted what he said, and I was kind of like,
it sounded like a hunter right off the bat, I think.
Yeah, I thought he was implying he was the hunter.
Yeah,
and then he said he was the hag, and that's why I voted down. Another reason why I voted down. Yeah.
So I was just surprised that Adam didn't send himself out on the first night if he was the hag.
I think Adam was confident in his abilities to defend himself.
That sounds like something he would have done, send himself out like every other time.
I would just also like to point out to the village that if somebody is subtle, it might not be best to then immediately say, are you the hunter? Because like if he was said it that way, like I think it's valuable for smart people to think about that, but not necessarily then publicly give it, because then all of a sudden the werewolves have all the information. Like it's more helpful if it's subtle, if that's the way it was given, in my opinion.
I disagree completely with that, because
I also
as not a smart person, I get really annoyed by because there's going to be smart werewolves and not smart werewolves, and smart villagers and not smart villagers, and I just think if you have the information, people are going to work it out, and you can't control which of those people works it out. Whether it's
I know. I just respect the person that did the information. So if it was given, like if he wanted to say I am the hunter, he would have said that. He chose not to. So I respect the player's choice, and I also respect Lucas for being wrong and disagreeing with me.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have to remember I'm a bad village player, so I need 100% information.
Sorry, Sean, to put you on the spot. You don't have to say. Like I know Simon said that he voted down for Adam, but did you say there were more votes down for Adam as well?
He wasn't one of the. Excuse me. Sorry, he wasn't one of the 3 that I had written down. So.
I'm sorry. He voted to kill Adam. Does anyone else vote to kill Adam?
Yes, there were I wrote down other names that haven't said anything yet. Again, I'm just hoping that they will come out and say something, because the people that don't are going to be really suspicious to me.
Because it was pretty obvious that Adam had a role.
Yeah.
Well, I voted up for Adam, but I will say I'm not 100% sold that he's good. I mean, I agree with you, Eddie, that it would be really, really risky for him if he wasn't actually the GwommyHag to say that. However, he went after Alex pretty hard for having the information of the votes, because that was this important thing. And so obviously the werewolves would have targeted them. So to me, being the GwommyHag and being able to send somebody out who will then get to watch the votes is not a minor role.
Yeah, that is true.
He said the first day,
in this situation.
He said the first day he had a role, but it was a minor role, and then later came out as the GwommyHag. Those two don't jive to me.
Well, he may not
but it can mess up. The GwommyHag can mess up things. By sending out the seer, we lose the seer for a night.
That is
we lose
true.
the bodyguard for the night. Like, it's not the regular old hag. It's
the old
super hag, and it can actually mess things up. I do want to ask, because I'm really confused. Can anyone tell me why Chef would have died last night? Because I was actually very suspicious of him.
Wasn't he a villager?
He was a villager. And that's why I'm confused. Like,
and don't the werewolves get a kill?
Yeah, they do.
I had no read on Chef.
Why would they?
I know this is the Gwommy Village, but
I was just like super suspicious of him because he came out right away being like, "Okay, I need to know the vote. What happened with the votes?" And then
I
he
had
started
no
like
suspicion
calling
on him.
on everyone.
That's
usually how
day,
Chef plays, though.
Day one he was quiet. Day one he was quiet. Day two was like very talkative. So I made a note of that. Like I thought, like day two was a little bit more active. But
Okay, I really like the chat, but also
Yeah.
Evan needs another candidate to go up against, so we need to find someone.
Can I nominate Alex Daly?
So we have a nomination for Alex. Is there
I second.
And we have a second. That was quick.
You just have to tell us, Joseph.
It was quick after I said something. It's like, oh, there we go. All
There
right.
you go. It's all
1
quick.
second later, what
So
happened?
Luke's is first and Alex is second.
Let's start with Evan's defense. He is in an uninterrupted for a little bit.
Yeah, I've voted up for people because I don't know, there were suspicions. My note plan is really bad, so I've abandoned that because it's too complicated. Spent the first round trying to work out how to switch off non-video participants. So I don't have much information, so in that sense I'm not useful, but in the sense that my minor role could be useful, it might probably worth keeping me given the suspicion on Alex.
Okay, so Alex, what do you have to say?
Well, I've given out all of my information mostly. Like I said, I was suspicious of Adam because of the weird way that he was throwing shade at me just because I didn't die, as if, I mean, I was expecting to die, but then I was thinking, well, the bodyguard's probably going to protect me because I'm a really good pick for that. So maybe the werewolves will target somebody else. I gave my reasoning for why I picked out Elliot. I didn't hear the thing that Ben said he said. If I had known that, I wouldn't have picked him, but can't hear everything. Like I said, I do have, some people coming over in a little bit. So if you want to kill me, that's great. I'm a basic, ordinary villager, so I am no help to you at all, and clearly not help based on the people that I've thrown under the bus so far. So, if you want to vote down, that's great. Evan is the only other person on my list that I have any kind of, suspicion on right now, other than I had a slight suspicion on Sean, but I think he's good just based on what he's been saying. But yeah.
All right. Any questions for the candidates?
Evan, did you vote up for Adam? Sorry. So you always voted up.
I voted up so far.
Alex, you claimed that you suspect Evan. Why? I can't think of a reason that he would be suspected.
Like I said, it was the comment that he made about wanting the optimist and the pessimist to come out, which, I mean, he could have just been throwing that out there as something for us to consider, but I just thought it was not something that the village would want to do.
Is that correct? You did ask for that information, Evan?
I think it's probably worth them being known fairly soon. Otherwise, it's a kind of waste. And having trusted people.
Are you
anti-claiming? I might be wrong strategically, but that's my opinion.
The only reason why I think Evan may be good, and he might not be, obviously, but because Evan was one of the only 2 people that voted to actually save Elliot that was a villager. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the information that's coming out is seeming that he's not the optimist. Would you come out at the optimist if you were? Since you were asking for people to come out?
I believe the optimists can't come out.
Oh, that's correct.
No, they are not allowed to say.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All right. So let's have the voting going. So we're going to see who gets to look. And it is Jamie. Jamie gets to watch the vote. The rest of you will close your eyes and get ready to vote for Evan in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And then we are going to roll it up, and it is Evan. This die is funny. It's not Evan. It's Jamie again. So Jamie gets to look again. And we are going to vote for Alex in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. So that's done, and Alex, you can have your dinner party, whatever it is, because you're killed. Alex was also a villager. So good night, everyone. Let's go to sleep. And let's see. I'm just gonna note that down here so I keep track. And we can start with the GwommyMan. So GwommyMan, you can do one of these two things. Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You want to do that? And who do you want to do it to? Thank you. Then we're going to have the wannabe GwommyMan. You will do this. So who do you want to do it to? Thank you. Then let's have the bodyguard wake up. So who do you want to protect? Thank you. And werewolves. Who do you want to try and kill? Thank you. Okay, so it's time for the seer. So seer, who do you want to see? Thank you. And let's see here, we're going to have the GwommyHag. Do you want to send someone out? Thank you. Okay, good morning, everyone. Well, almost good morning for everyone. Sorry to say, but Adam Big Cheese, you are dead. And he was a villager. And then also welcome back to Adam S. Well, he's already here, so that's good. So only one Adam now, which makes everything easier, right?
I'm sorry, my screen stopped. You said Adam Big Cheese died and was a villager?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was everything that happened. So time for day 4.
Was anybody else sent out?
No.
No.
I couldn't send anybody out last night.
Yeah, that was a wrinkle I was looking for, because if somebody else was sent out, clearly that was weird.
No, so no one was sent out. No one was sent out then, no?
Yep.
No.
Correct.
Because I was sent out last night, so I wasn't able to send somebody out.
Yeah.
Right.
Sean.
He couldn't activate last night.
Yeah. Oh, is Sean still there? Is Sean there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Sean. Like no one came forward. Simon obviously came forward as like voting down for Adam S. I think that's such an important vote. Do you want to out them? Do you want to out these people? Who else voted down on that vote?
Well, I was hoping that I would be able to convince more people with the threat of outing them, but I only actually have one other name. Elliot voted down. He's dead. Simon already said something. I've got one more name here. So my little mind trick didn't work. Probably wasn't very good, but the only other person I saw vote down was Greg.
Okay. Because like Adam S obviously has the role, so people voting down on that, I'm suspicious of.
And you confirm that, Greg, that you downvoted on Adam?
Yes, that's correct.
So I think if the seer is still alive, he or she should come out, because it's 4 nights of some information, and we are doing really, really bad. We are only killing villagers.
It's interesting. We almost have a second seer as well with that Gwommy and wannabe.
That's also one reason. Yeah.
But that's just like rare to come up, and I think it's too soon for the seer to come out unless they have like 2 werewolves, maybe.
Yeah.
No, one werewolf would be enough.
Yeah,
One
no,
werewolf
because
would be enough.
doesn't he have these
fine.
wolfmans, what are they
It's
called?
also a 50% chance.
Lycans?
Wolfman is possible.
Yeah, there's lichens possibly.
I know,
There's
but
lichens,
still.
yeah.
We don't have an apprentice and we don't have a Frankenstein. So
Yeah, but we are
one is
tapping in the dark.
Yeah.
We,
But
we
with
really
one
are.
name, that's a
GwommyMan
bit
and
too-
wannabe GwommyMan, that could be a seer.
We're missing some information here as well. Like Jamie, Jamie saw 2 votes. Jamie, what did you see?
I can't remember who the hell had their fingers up or down. No idea.
Oh, no.
That's not.
Well, Adam also saw
Yeah,
it.
it's tough to watch all of them.
Yeah, Adam, you saw it.
Who else? Adam, yeah. Adam,
There's
Adam?
who voted down.
Oh, look at that.
I can't see
Oh,
that.
nice.
Yeah, can you move it faster?
There was 1 vote down. I assume that was the pessimist.
Okay.
I don't want to out that person.
No, sure, yeah.
And that was for Evan, I think was the first vote, right?
Yes.
So for Alex, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 votes down.
That doesn't really help them.
And who voted up? Well, not who. Anyone suspicious of who voted up?
Who voted?
I voted up for both. So
Up, yeah, because the
Up
werewolves
for
know
who?
that Alex was not the werewolf, you know.
Right. Of the people who voted up, I'm kind of suspect of Ben, and I'm kind of suspect of Matthias.
okay. Yeah, I voted up for both because I didn't really know, and I didn't want to kill someone I don't know anything about.
I mean, again, I don't mind sharing how I voted. I think like knowing how he voted is like a villager. It helps the village. So I voted up on both.
What's the point of? Unless you're the optimist, what is the point of voting up on both?
If
You don't really know, and you don't want to take the responsibility to kill someone.
I suppose then you don't want to out the optimist as well. I suppose.
If you think they're both,
It just basically means you didn't.
The more people abstain, the more powerful the werewolf vote. So.
Like I don't believe Evan is a werewolf at all because he was one of the only 2 people that voted up on Adam S, who clearly said that they had like a role at that time. So I don't think Evan's a werewolf, and so I voted up because I'm suspicious of other people other than the 2 people that were up like last vote.
So Greg, why did you vote down for me when I had come out as the hag?
Just to try to cover up for another player, I actually voted down on both.
You were up against someone who's also a villager, so.
Wait, did you just say you voted down for both?
Elliot and Adam S, that's correct.
Oh.
I still say the seer should come out.
So I am highly suspect of Greg because he voted opposite on day 1, and now he's claiming that he's trying to cover for the pessimist, which would be not particularly useful since we already knew he wasn't.
He also did not come out when I asked people, you know, you voted down on Adam. Do you want to say why? And he never came out because Simon did come out and say he voted down on Adam.
Well, excuse me, are they allowed to say, sorry, maybe I misunderstand what you're saying, Lucas, but is he allowed to say that he's the pessimist?
No, but he should explain why.
He's not allowed to say he's the pessimist. However, he basically just said that he's trying to cover for the pessimist, which
is a terrible mistake.
Could be trying to cover for the pessimist, but it not convincingly if you were paying attention.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's just with different people watching. I was trying to do a couple of things. I'm just a plain villager.
Not confused.
Fair enough.
Greg, you said you're a plain villager?
Plain villager. So I'm just trying to cover for as many different people as I can.
I nominate Greg. I thought you had a role, but if you don't, then I'm nominating you. I thought you had a role, but if you're saying you don't, then I don't think you're on the village team.
I seconded it.
Okay, sorry. We had a nomination and a second for Greg, right?
Yeah, that was Adam for me. Yeah.
All right, so we need another candidate.
I think I've nominated Greg like a dozen times already, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm always quiet and always bad at this, so I mean,
I will say my last suspicion was totally wrong on Alex, but something Greg said earlier made me think that he had a role. So if he doesn't have that role, then I think he's a werewolf.
Adam, are you suspicious of Jamie at all?
No more than I'm suspicious of you.
Okay, fair enough.
Because you both kind of, like Jamie, I know tries to keep notes, but he always says that his notes are not great. Sean, I thought you did a better job of taking notes, and you seemed confused on the votes, so that makes me suspicious of you.
That's fair. Yeah, Elliot, I was trying to keep track of who voted down, and I think what happened is I started counting the downs, saw that there are so many more downs, and so I flipped to tracking who voted up, but I didn't change my arrow at the time, and then the other vote happened. That's my reasoning. Because
I sent Ben and you out specifically because I trust your reads on people. So
I'm still pretty new, but thank you.
I know, but I respect your game so far. What I've seen.
Yeah.
Ben, can I ask Ben? Ben, can I ask you? Sorry.
I lean suspicious of Jamie for the same note thing, but I don't think it's super useful because, like you said, he's trying to take notes, but it is a hard thing. And normally you're not singled out as, how did it go? Like normally it's a group effort.
Everybody I've put on my werewolf side so far has ended up being a villager, so my notes are clearly not working out for me.
And I am less suspicious of Sean because of the way he has explained everything, and it does make sense. And there's no reason that he would give bad information. Like all of it checks out for me.
There's definitely
Ben. Sorry, Ben. Can I ask you a question? Sorry. The first night, there were 4 people who flipped their votes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Could you just tell me the list of those 4 people again, please?
Yeah. Eddie flipped his vote. Alex flipped his vote, and Sean and Gwommy flipped their votes.
So why did you say Alex?
Yes.
Yep. So why didn't Adam flip his vote?
Good question. Doesn't sound like one from either.
I mean, I flipped my vote.
Do we have a second candidate? You don't need to rush it. I'm just saying.
I flipped my vote potentially in the wrong way. I voted to save you, Simon, but I'm not sure about you anymore.
How could we possibly be suspecting Adam at this point? I mean, he came out as GwommyHag. No one else counterclaimed it. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. I mean, why would the GwommyHag cover for him by sending him out that next night? I mean,
he's 100%.
I'll answer your question. I voted both up for both of us because I didn't think Elliot was a werewolf. So that's why.
Yeah, but when it was me and you didn't flip your vote.
No, Ben saw the first vote. He saw
when it was me and you
versus Elliot.
No, me and you.
Oh no, that was sorry. You and Simon. Sorry, Simon. I forgot which day was which. I was against Elliot. The first day, I thought you were a villager, and I know you're a villager, so I voted up to save you, and I voted up to save myself. The second day, I voted to save myself, and then down on Elliot.
All right, okay, you've convinced me.
I wanted to go back to
after all these
quick.
thumbs up and down, could we get in a second candidate?
My suspicion of Jamie isn't about the note taking. It was because when we asked what he thought, I forget.
I would second that if someone nominates Jamie, just because.
I'll nominate Jamie.
I still would like to hear what Sean was gonna.
I'll second it.
Okay, so we have a second candidate, and Luciana, you can do that in the Q&A session, sort of, I guess.
Okay.
Even though it's supposed to be questions to the candidates, I'm not going to be so strict about it. But we're going to start with a defense from Greg, at least.
So Jamie was second, right? I remember seeing that correctly.
Yeah, someone seconded Jamie. That's
okay, great. So yeah, as I said, just plain villager, stumbling around in the dark, as always. Yeah, I know I haven't been overly helpful. Maybe hopefully that'll change as we go forward, but you're just losing a basic villager if I go, so it's not the end of the world.
Okay, so let's hear it from Jamie.
Yeah, I'm just a hunter, pretty much. So that's all. I've got everyone on my suspicion list so far has been a villager, so I've obviously not got
You're saying you're a hunter?
Yeah, yeah.
Who would you kill if you?
I don't know. Maybe Gwommy or Ben, probably. They're the only two that are on my suspicion list, but then everyone else has been a villager, so maybe Varga, whatever his name is, Varga dude. He's the only one I've got on my villager list. So maybe he's, I don't know.
Which team are you the hunter for?
No werewolf hunter?
There's no werewolf hunter, is there?
The
Potentially.
GwommyWolf.
Ah.
You know that there could be, Jamie.
So there might not be, but
Yeah, but you know, claiming hunter is usually the worst call you can do as a werewolf. So does someone want to counterclaim Jamie's hunter?
No, I don't think there's a lot of counterclaiming going on.
They can try, unless there's more than one in the game, then it's going to be lies, isn't it? So.
I mean, the good news is that a lot of these minor village roles are coming out and kind of clearing people.
I'm gonna give Luciana the floor, and then we're gonna go to.
Yeah, I want to know.
I have a question for Greg
well.
after Luciana's.
Okay, so Luciana first.
What was it?
You wanted to know what Sean said, or what he was going to say.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Thank you. Sorry, it's 2 a.m., so.
No, my points are probably no longer void. If Jamie's claiming hunter and no one's counterclaiming, then we know we haven't killed the hunter yet, so I'm inclined to believe him. But it was just when he was first questioned, he was suspicious of Adam after Adam had been cleared, and then he also kind of was suspicious of Elliot, who it just seemed like he was tagging on to other suspicions at the time. That was my impression of it.
Okay.
But now I don't have that opinion anymore.
Lucas, it's your turn. And then
yeah, so Greg, you want to stick that you're just a normal villager?
That's correct. Plain old villager.
So my comment was that I had Greg marked as a flip vote. However, Ben clarified that I was wrong about that. So, Greg, how did you vote on day one? I mean, you don't have to say if you don't want to, but you were not.
Both. I will say both my votes were the same on day one. And both my votes were the same on the second day as well.
Okay.
If the bodyguard doesn't have a better option, protect me again, please.
Yes, I agree.
So there we go to the muting, and it's time for voting for Greg, but we will have Gwommy watching. Everyone else can close their eyes and voting for Greg in 3, 2, 1. Simon, can you raise your hand a little bit? Thank you. Thank you all. Then let's roll it up and see who gets to look for the Jamie vote. It's going to be, I have to re-roll when people die. Okay, so it's going to be Ballas. I hope I pronounced that fairly. Okay, so Ballas gets to look. Everyone else close their eyes. And we're going to vote for Jamie in 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everyone. You can take down your hands. And I'm sorry to say, Greg, you are killed by the village. Greg was a villager. So, good night, everyone. And let me just fix my paperwork. And then we will start with the GwommyMan. So, GwommyMan, I've rolled it up. You get to do one of these two things. You want to do that, and who do you want to do it to? Okay, let me just wait. I got confused here. So was that? I'm sorry. Okay, it was okay. It was that, right? Yeah. Okay, that I got it. Okay, so thank you. Almost about to mess things up here, but I sorted it out. So then we are going to have the wannabe GwommyMan wake up, and you have to do this. Okay. Thank you. So, bodyguard. Who do you want to protect? Thank you. Werewolves, wake up. Look for other werewolves. No, you're just gonna kill someone. Okay. And seer, wake up. Tell me who you want to see. Thank you. And GwommyHag, do you want to send someone out? You cannot send the same person out twice in a row. Thank you. All right, so it's morning for everyone, sort of, because Ayahu, you are dead, and Ayahu was a villager, and also Jamie, you have been sent out, so you're not here for a little while, and that's about it.
Does the seer wanna come out?
Sorry, Joseph. I forgot that I was the last person I had sent out.
I'm not gonna confirm. I'm not gonna confirm that I was talking to you.
Sia, do you want to come out? No.
Seer, please.
No, Sia.
I think if the seer has seen a couple of werewolves, definitely.
No. Sia should come out regardless now because it's late.
It's potential they've seen a lot of dead people.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if.
Like they might only have info
we
on,
are
like,
how many are we left? There's 10, 13.
I think the seer's dead.
Yeah.
How many?
I'm afraid to say it, but
Other question, Simon. What are you?
I'm a villager.
No, you said you had a role.
He can't
Yeah,
say
I have a role. I'm on the village
Lucas.
team.
You said you had a minor role.
Okay.
Sam,
You believe him, Adam?
I know what his role is.
Okay.
Right. How many werewolves do we think there was? There was like 15
all of them.
Roles. There was 15 roles. There's probably about 4 werewolf roles, maybe. We've not found one. So that means
I think there's 5. So I think we've only got.
We started with what, 20, 21?
Yeah.
20. We've got
Duck.
4, 8, 12. So we've
4,
got about
5 or 6
we've
probably.
got about 3 deaths or something like that before. We need to find a werewolf basically tonight.
Yeah.
Duck.
Well, we know that there's not 7.
What are you? Who are your suspicions?
Me.
So there's 2 suspicions, just because they changed their game and now it's back to the old game. We're back to just regular Paul than classic Paul. He's been super quiet, so it's making me very suspicious. And Balaz.
Oh, you said I'm being quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was talking a lot, but okay.
And just, he's been quiet, and on top of it, like, his eyes have been doing the crazy dance the whole time.
Oh, I've been holding in yawns like all day. I didn't sleep very well.
So,
I have a big monitor in front of me.
So it's just kind of... And Eddie is my last one. Just... He kind of had, like, just right away counting, like, okay, how many more do we need to kill to win?
That's just now, because we're at that stage where we need to think about that. Because, like, if there's 4...
Yeah, but
we've been at that stage since the game 1.
Yeah.
Like, I'm suspicious of Simon, and I'm suspicious of Ballas as well.
Didn't you just hear that Adam cleared Simon?
Yeah. So I'm gonna nominate Eddie.
I'll second.
So we have a nomination for
Whoa.
Eddie.
Whoa, who cleared Simon?
And a
Who
second.
Adam said Simon was okay, and Adam's cleared. So if a cleared person says,
oh my God, I missed that. When was that?
So we have a
when I accused Simon.
We have our first candidate, and you have some time to find the other one.
I totally missed that. When did Adam clear Simon? I ran
a couple minutes ago.
I nominate Ben.
Wait.
We have a nomination for Ben. Is there a second for that?
So my reasoning is, Jamie said that me or Ben was his target for being a hunter. I know I'm a villager. I'm guessing Ben is probably a werewolf because they didn't choose Jamie to die last night.
I've been suspicious of Ben, so
yeah,
I'll second it.
I think
second
Greg
Doug,
did
or?
originally say that he was one of the flip ones, or somebody did
was
say
there a
that
second
originally
from
in the
Doug?
very first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that was Ben. Okay, so let's start with Eddie giving his defense.
Can I ask, when did Simon get cleared? Because I ran to the toilet for a second and came back. Did I miss something then massively? When did Simon get cleared?
It was like 5 minutes ago, Eddie.
Like it was right before
I said that Lucas was asking him to come out with his role, and I said that I know that he's good and to move along.
Oh, I ran to the toilet just then and came back. I massively might have missed that. All right, honestly, I might have missed that.
Is that your defense, Eddie? That you're
unless Simon is really good at faking.
Adam, you should no interruption.
I like that the moderator is asking. Is that your defense?
But Eddie has his defense, so nobody interrupt him, and then we can have Q&A after that. So.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so sorry. My defense is like if Simon got cleared, I totally missed that. If you didn't see, my screen went blank for a second. I ran to the toilet, came back. And that must have been the information I missed. It must have been because I was suspicious of Simon because Simon was one of the only people that voted to kill kind of Adam S, who said he had a role. So that's why I thought Simon was guilty because of that. But I missed Adam S clearing Simon. So I don't know. Literally, that's literally it. I don't know if that's why you voted me for. I totally missed that.
All right. So then let's hear it from Ben.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the village team. I have a role. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's very minor. Doesn't really impact things much at all. I was going to say this before I got nominated, but I agree with Doug. Boaz has been somebody that I've been kind of suspicious of for a little bit now, and the only reason I didn't say anything is because this is the first time that I played Werewolf with him, so I wasn't really sure if I was actually picking up on anything. But now that somebody else has kind of caught on to it also, I'm I want to second that suspicion.
Okay, so is there any questions for the candidates in
Ben,
some order?
We are close to losing as a village, so now is the time to come out with a role if you have one.
I wish I could.
Sorry, what?
Oh, okay.
But wasn't Ben of the flip votes?
Yep.
Okay. So you can say whatever you are, Ben.
I have not flipped my vote once.
Oh, sorry. Yahoo, he's not here to clarify. He said that Ben flipped his vote, and then Ben messaged him and clarified it, is what Yahoo said yesterday. It was a little side comment he made.
Yeah, I voted the same way the whole game.
It sounds like we are ready to vote.
Wait, can I say something just before we vote?
Yes.
Because I agree. I think we're gonna lose. So I'm the seer.
That's a bit late, Lucy.
The thing is, I have not found a werewolf.
Yeah, but still, we need information.
Lucas, let her talk, please.
Yeah, sorry.
So, Night Zero, I checked Adam as he's I don't. So I got a good for everyone. So, but I don't know if there's a Lycan or a Wolfman or whatever it is. So, Night Zero, Adam S is good. Night 1, Alex Daly is good. Night 2, I got scared, so I couldn't check anyone. Simon is good and Matthias is good.
Okay, so you don't have any info on our candidates?
Sorry, what?
So you don't have any info on Ben or Eddie?
No.
Okay.
Problem is, because the seer didn't come out, arguably, when they should.
That's fine.
It's trustworthy to have the seer now, because the suspicion amongst most of us was that the seer was dead. So it'd be easier for a werewolf to come out as the seer now.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case, though.
It's going to be a weird strategy since you didn't clear anybody that's actually up for vote.
We're sort of going off topic here.
voting.
This is not about the candidates, so I'm going to mute you. And we are going to start with Eddie, and it's going to be Ballas who gets to look again. And everybody else close their eyes and vote for Eddie in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. And let's roll it up for so well, that's kind of funny. Ben, you get to look when they vote for you. that's interesting that can happen. So Ben gets to look, and everybody close their eyes except for Ben, and we're gonna vote for Ben in 3, 2, 1, vote. Okay, thank you. And we are going to go to night because nobody dies. So good night, everyone. Oh, that was interesting. I never thought about that it could be the person that is voted on. That's pretty funny. So let's start off with the GwommyMan. So GwommyMan, you will get to see these here, and what do you want to do? Okay, so who do you want to do that to? Okay, thank you. Then the wannabe GwommyMan, you have to do this. Okay, thank you. All right, bodyguard. Who do you want to protect? Thank you. And werewolves. Who do you want to try and kill? So, could you clarify that a little bit? I'm gonna need something here. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that. Thank you. It almost seems like every werewolf in the village is Gwommy. I can't decide. Okay, so seer, who do you want to see? Thank you. And GwommyHag, do you want to send someone out? Thank you. Okay, good morning, everyone. And it really is a good morning because nobody died. And but Adam S, you have been sent out by that nasty GwommyHag. So we'll see you tomorrow. And discussions are open.
Ben is a werewolf.
Okay.
Oh, I got this.
Am I allowed back now? Am I allowed back now? Yeah. Was I supposed to be watching the votes like last time? Was I allowed to watch the votes?
You are allowed to watch.
Not the night, but the votes. Yeah.
Yeah. I closed my eyes at night. Yeah, I got all the down votes. I actually written them down if that's any use.
Was it a tie
so...
last night?
Pardon, what?
Was it a tie vote last night?
Was it a tie vote?
Yeah.
Well, Joseph said yes.
Votes between Eddie and Ben.
Donna, you said
there's
Ben,
there's
yes?
a tough wolf possibly in the game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I thought the tough wolf just had 2 lives.
Yeah, so then they wouldn't die.
That's got 2 votes.
Good call, Doug.
So
Yeah.
was it a tie vote, Jamie?
Was it?
Wait, let's clarify with Joseph.
There was 4 downvotes on both sides. Yeah, 4 downvotes, but yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay. Joseph, so in case either the baby dragon or the tough wolf would be targeted, would you say who has the majority of the votes, or would you just say nothing happened?
No, I just say the result.
So you would always say the result, but not the majority.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Jamie.
So Luciana, did you say someone was a werewolf? Then?
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah.
I nominate Ben.
I second.
We have a nomination for Ben, so we have our first candidate. I heard a second.
Did someone say we only had 4 downvotes last night for Ben? That seems really strange.
I'm actually also surprised we only had 4 downvotes for Eddie.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm not
like,
suspect of Eddie.
Yeah. Why was Simon cleared? Can you please explain why Simon was cleared by Adam S?
Because Adam has seen how Simon votes.
Jamie,
hello.
Would you like to tell? Can you tell the names of all the people who voted down on both votes, please?
So Eddie was Luciana, Doug, Simon, and Paul that voted down, and Ben was Luciana, Gwommy, Simon, and Eddie.
Oh, I voted down for Ben.
I also voted down for Eddie.
I can confirm the second one. 5 downvotes were for Eddie.
But either way.
Yeah, so Ben, are you the Lycan?
Apparently. That's
Is
not
that
the
your
role.
minor village role?
Well, the Lycan doesn't know, do they? Or do they know?
No. I just wanted to ask him, you know.
They don't know. I mean,
I mean, like I said, if I need to go, like I've got a role that doesn't really impact anything. So if y'all really just want to double check, then
we are kind of out of roles that don't impact anything.
No, like literally my role does not impact gameplay whatsoever.
Yeah, but like we have like 6 dead villagers, so the roles that do not impact anything are pretty much
Joseph,
gone.
can I ask you a rules question?
Sorry? Doug has a
rules question.
Lycans. Can Lycans be
is it an attribute or a role?
Or is it only regular villagers?
It's only regular villagers that are like.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, then vote Ben.
Oh, well, that's.
So if a Lycan dies, we get to know it was a villager.
I will tell you that it was a villager. Yes.
Okay.
The only other minor role that doesn't impact the village would be the Gwommy team.
Yeah.
Which then can't show up as a Lycan.
But he said he couldn't say his role.
Yeah, he said he couldn't say.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know who's happy and who's sad in this village. And it's not Ben.
I don't think we have a Gwommy team anymore. Because I haven't heard the word second in a very long time.
I don't recall hearing it either.
Yeah. So I think the Gwommy team is that, which means that we do have roles left that are important and could make an impact. I don't believe that we have any roles left that are unimportant.
Doug, how do you know who's happy and who's sad? Have you been out of the village very often?
No, just listening, just paying attention to what people are saying.
Yeah.
Well, people can say anything. It's about how they vote.
Yes, but people have said how people have voted in this game.
So for our other nomination, should we have Belez?
Yeah.
I don't think it matters who we nominate the second one.
Sorry, can you say your name for me, please? I want to make sure I try to pronounce. Balazs. Okay, thanks.
Balazs.
Yeah, I'm fine with Balazs as a second.
Is that a nomination?
Well, somebody has to nominate.
Oh, I thought that was.
I'll nominate Balazs.
Okay, we have a nomination. And did we have a second?
All right, second.
Sure.
So we have our 2 candidates. So Ben can start defending himself.
I mean, I don't really know what I can say at this point. I'm really confused by how I showed up as a werewolf, because that's definitely not the role that I got. So, yeah, I mean, but like I said, the role that I have, I literally can't impact who dies and who doesn't. So if you need to vote me off, then go for it. I'm still suspect of Balash, but.
Okay, so Balash, do you have a defense?
Yeah, I'm a new player and I'm a villager. That's what I'm supposed to say, right? So I saw 2 set of votes. Based on that, I think I also know the sad and the happy people in the village. I don't have major suspicions on anyone. My eyes are dancing because I'm trying to read people instead of taking a lot of notes. So far, it's not looking good for me. So I cannot really provide any helpful information.
Okay, so do we have any questions? We're going to take it short now, but is there any questions quick?
I was just wanted to ask Ben, are you saying you're the lichen or you're one of the happy or sad people? Since we had clarification, you can't be both.
Yeah, you can't be.
I mean, I can't say the role that I have, but if I'm showing up to the seer as a werewolf, then the lichen is the only explanation that I can think of.
So you're not saying Luciana is not the seer?
No. I mean, I would assume that she probably is. I don't know that for sure, but.
All right, let's go to some voting. So we're going to start with Ben, and whoever we see, it's going to be Eddie that gets to look. And everyone else can get ready to vote. In 3, 2, 1, vote. Thank you. And I'm gonna roll that up again. It is going to be Doug who gets to see the vote on Balash. So we're gonna vote for Balash in 3, 2, 1, vote. Thank you, everyone. You can take down your hands. And Ben, you have been killed by the village. And Ben was a werewolf. So, good night, everyone. Oh, finally you killed a werewolf. That took 6 days. Must be some kind of record. I don't know. Alright, so let's start off with the GwommyMan. I'm going to give you some options here. And you will do this or that. Oh, you want to do that? Who do you want to do it to? Okay. Wannabe GwommyWolf, you will have to do this. Who do you want to do that to? Okay. So, Bodyguard, who do you want to protect? Thank you. And Werewolves, who will you try to murder tonight? Thank you. And Seer, who do you want to see? Thank you. And GwommyHag, do you want to send someone out? And remember, you cannot send the same person out 3 times in a row. Sorry. Okay, so it is morning. Good morning, everyone. Well, not everyone, because Luciana, you have been killed in the night. Luciana was a villager. And welcome back, Adam S. as well.
So, I didn't get to see the votes on the second night because I was distracted. I'm just wondering, Adam, did you get distracted by anything that happened during the second vote? Did you see something that really was very distracting?
Something distracting? I was looking at the votes, so...
So I saw someone open their eyes during the second vote.
Oh, I did not see that. I just marked who voted.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna nominate Gwommy.
Hey, Doug,
nomination for Gwommy?
Are you talking about me, Doug?
I second.
No, it wasn't you.
Okay, fine.
So Gwommy is the first candidate.
I nominate Balaz. Balash.
Balash is nominated. Is there a second for Balash?
Just so you know, I'm your bodyguard.
I'll second.
There we have a second. Okay. Just in time. Before I was gonna shut it down. So, Gwommy. Gwommy defense time.
Yeah, I'm your bodyguard. I protected Luciana. That's why she didn't die. Then I protected somebody else because I knew they were going to protect, or they were going to kill Luciana. So tonight I can still protect myself. But I'm still a little suspect of Balash. And there you go.
Okay. So Balash, do you have a defense ready?
Wow. Just the same as last round. I'm a plain villager. I'm trying to read people, and it seems that I'm not that good at it.
That was depressing, but is there any questions for the candidates?
I guess, Adam, what made you suspect of Gwommy to nominate him so fast?
That was really quick.
I've had a suspicion in the back of my head on him, and then when I've seen how he's voted, it seemed odd to me, but it is Gwommy, so
it is Gwommy, yeah.
His votes are hard to read, but
that was like that day was super quick. We didn't talk about anything then. It's like
who seconded Gwommy?
Lucas.
Yeah.
Like the fact is, I observed who voted up for Ben, and like you, Evan and Ben voted up to save Ben, who was a werewolf. I was going to question. Obviously, no, it's not about Evan. It's about Gwommy and Ballas, but we just really rushed that day then.
Who voted up?
Evan and Ben voted to save Evan that last round. We didn't get
voted to save Ben? Yeah, Ben's going to, of course, save himself.
Yeah, of course he is, but Evan did as well. That's the point.
Weird.
Why?
It doesn't.
It's not weird.
It's not weird, yeah.
It's not
I will say at this point, I don't know if we can keep talking, Joseph, since we have two nominations.
You're kind of off topic, but this is a short day, so you can take some time.
Okay, thanks. Thanks. Very nice of you.
We are down to where we're close to the same numbers, so I'm just throwing it out there. I'm pretty sure Evan has voted up every single vote, and I'm pretty sure Simon voted down every single vote. So I'm pretty sure they're both faithful villagers, unless they're really good at lying as werewolves. So, Simon, did you vote down for yourself?
Confirm or deny that.
The ones I'm suspect of are Paul. I was also suspect of Village, so I'm voting for him and not Gwommy. And then Sean would be my next one. And unfortunately, Doug, even though you've been really helpful for the village, I sometimes think that means you're a werewolf.
I feel like.
Well, I
feel like Doug might
Doug's
be
been
too.
incredibly helpful.
I think I'm only alive because Luciana came out.
Yeah.
And they've had to try and kill her.
Tough wolf even being a thing if Doug didn't point it out.
So Adam, who is stronger for you, Sean or Paul, as a suspicion?
Probably Paul, but my suspicions haven't been good this game.
Yeah, but I'm also very suspicious of Paul, and so is Doug, right?
Right.
But we've cleared a few people, like Lucas, Jamie, and then if we feel like Simon and Evan are voting, how they're voting because of that, we've cleared quite a few people, and Gwomy's saying, and
he's the bodyguard, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm not too worried. I'll protect myself tonight, so I'll at least get one more day.
And I will say I'm suspect Matthias might be the Wolfman, even though Luciana cleared him. he might be the Wolfman.
Why?
Why?
Because it's a possibility.
I've been suspect of you the whole game, and so when she cleared you, I just marked that that could be a possibility. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying it's possible.
I'm on the same page as Adam.
So
that's not a good page to be on, Lucas.
Yeah, well, it can't be worse than my Adam.
If he's Wolfman, that means we have a tough wolf then, right? Isn't that the way those pairs were?
If he's a Wolfman, we have either a tough wolf or a wolf hunter, one or the other.
Oh, I put it.
Hunter.
Well, and Ben could have been a tough wolf.
Wolf cub. Huh?
Maybe.
That's true.
No, if Wolfman is a thing, Cub can't be a thing.
Oh, they're on the same side.
Right.
Yeah,
They haven't had a 2-night kill yet.
And they said that Ben wasn't a tough wolf because.
No,
I
Joseph,
think-
Joseph didn't confirm it.
I thought Adam
Joseph said he just says the result, and the result was
I
no
thought
one
Adam
dies.
confirmed that they were like 4 down or something.
No, I didn't.
But then I heard a 5 down.
No, it was only
never mind.
Jamie,
Sorry.
and Jamie
I
didn't
thought
have.
Adam confirmed it.
Do we think the GwommyMan's dead? Obviously, the sea is dead, but do we think the GwommyMan's dead or alive?
I bet we on the screen right now.
If you got a roll,
Probably.
come out.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little countdown basically, so I'll give it like a few more seconds.
Balaj, do you have a really good roll you need to come out with or any information? Because we're probably going to kill you.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so muting everyone, and for the Gwommy vote, that was actually funny. I can even call the vote Gwommy. Okay, so we're gonna have Sean looking at the vote, and everyone can vote for Gwommy in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. So then we are going to roll it up, and for Balaj, it's going to be Eddie who gets to see. And everyone else close their eyes and get ready to vote. So voting for Balaj in 3, 2, 1, vote. Thank you. So you can take down your hands, and I am going to say that Balaj has been killed by the village. He is a werewolf, but he's also a hunter, so you can unmute Balaj and you can take someone with you.
And I will take the bodyguard, Gwommy.
So, Gwommy is dead. Gwommy was a villager. And good night, everyone. That was eventful. I'm running out of my note paper. I didn't think we were going to have this many days, but it's fun. Okay. So, let me just update stuff here, and in a few seconds I will... Well, I can, GwommyMan, we can do that, so you can take a look at these, and you can make a choice. Okay, who do you want to do that to? Okay. Then I will ask the wannabe GwommyMan to wake up, and you have to do this. Okay. So let's see here. We have the bodyguard. Who do you want to protect? Thank you. And werewolves. Who do you want to try and kill? All right. And GwommyHag, do you want to send someone out? Okay, thank you. Right, so everyone can wake up except for Adam Adam S, you are killed. Sorry. He was a villager. So day 8.
So we do have a wolf man or wolf cub.
Yeah.
I think it's probably Wolfman from what I agree with
Yeah.
what Adam said earlier. Which makes a lot of sense why he was killed as well. He was calling people out and also had that role.
Yeah.
So I want to rush it, but is it okay if we do a nomination?
No, first I want to ask if anyone wants to come out with a role.
Villager.
Yeah, villager.
So we have no more GwommyMan, no wannabe Gwommy, nothing.
I mean, I observed the vote. I observed the vote last night. I observed Ballis dying, and there was nothing surprising to come out of that. There was 2 people that voted up to save Ballis, and it was obvious.
Yeah.
Right.
So did we have a nomination? Or?
No, Sean wanted.
I wanted to ask because I know it's extremely suspicious when people start throwing nominations right away. So Adam called me out, so I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing things to earn your trust. I am a villager. I'm a regular villager. I'm not going to claim a role or anything like that. So
The first one is not always bad in this system. It's the second one. If someone votes, like nominates one person, and then there's a quick second, then that's bad.
But
I always feel super suspicious. It's like the day just starts and people start throwing out nominations without getting all the information from like who voted and stuff like that. And that happened last night and it happened tonight.
But that's why Gwommy had to come out with a role, with his role, you know.
Yeah, like no one got.
And the worst thing is, I don't think he needed to even do that because I think there would have been enough on Ballas.
We nominated
his quick nomination was the problem.
Yeah, I told you he had crazy eyes. He was looking to see who was the important person to kill.
I mean, Doug, I'm not suspicious, but you've been very active the second half of the game, and you were not the first.
But that's what usually Doug does.
Yeah, I mean, I've not played with him before. So I don't.
Let's Paul talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Doug is suspicious at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Observations.
Paul, you haven't been very helpful for the village so far.
Well, I mean, I wish I had a better role to come out with, but I'm a plain villager, so all I can do is help out with pinpointing werewolves. And I think I've said before, I'm really bad at finding like werewolves. Like I've never been like, I think this person's a werewolf, guys, and then been accurate. So I just try to observe and then kind of go with what other people like.
Suspicions?
Suspicions right now. I was kind of back and forth on Sean, but I'm leaning towards Sean being good. More so than bad. And I don't really have anything else.
You don't have any suspicion of Matthias? Is that what you're saying?
Well, Matthias, it's kind of, or you asked me, sorry?
No, I just noticed I was muted.
Okay. Yeah, the Matthias one, it's totally possible because Wolfman is a very good thing to pick.
You'd pick that one.
And I guess she cleared Adam S, who's dead, and she cleared Simon, but it's already been addressed who he is. And she cleared Matthias. So yeah, it's actually possible that he could be Wolfman, but I don't know.
Yeah. Matthias, would you pick Wolfman if you had the choice as a werewolf player?
What was the choices?
No, we don't know.
Wolfman or Wolf Cub.
Of course we know. There were 4 choices in total.
Apparently it was Wolfman or Hunter Wolf.
Yeah, it'd be oh yeah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah. Between Wolfman and Werewolf Hunter.
No clue. They are
he would have picked between sorry,
no, it could have been
last
Wolf
was the
Cub.
Hunter, which means he would, or the other person gets to pick between man and cub.
And I think, and you definitely pick man or cub if you're the GwommyWolf and not the wannabe GwommyWolf. The wannabe GwommyWolf gets the hunter role, is what I'd say.
I'll nominate Sean.
We have a nomination for Sean. Is there a second?
Yeah,
Sean.
I think someone should. For sure.
Do you have anything?
I was actually going to ask about people suspicious of Sean.
I've been suspicious of him for a
I'm
while.
kind of- I
and I was a
kinda-
bit suspicious of Paul, then he cleared Sean. That makes me suspicious of them both, but I could be wrong.
I didn't clear him. I just said
So
that.
is there a second for Sean?
Yeah, and I definitely didn't clear Paul.
I was kind of.
I nominate Paul.
Yeah, I will scrap the Sean, and I will take up the nomination on Paul. Is there a second for Paul?
Yeah, second.
Then we have one candidate, so...
Yeah, I'm not saying I
who's the
cleared
candidate?
Sean. I was just saying that earlier I was suspicious of him, but I kind of started thinking that he's actually good.
Who do you want to go against, Paul?
I don't know, actually. A lot of people are clear, so more likely than not, I'm gonna. I guess I don't know.
That's why it's weird for you.
Yeah.
Think about those
I
clear,
kind of
'cause
think
I don't want to
you
put
choose
myself up
somebody.
against the cleared person because that just means death for me.
Obviously, and we never want to nominate clear persons. Would
And-
make sense.
Everyone's kind of been hinting at someone being suspicious and having
Yeah.
a way that it would have worked out. I'm surprised you're not going in that direction because you do pay attention to that stuff. I mean, that's not reading people. That's just note taking, and I mean, you're really good at that.
Oh, I usually don't take much for notes, but no.
Well, I mean, it's like tracking conversation and like what people. That's kind of what I meant.
Yeah.
I love how confident Lucas is. He's got 2 lives, just doesn't care. He knows he's in to the end of the video. He's all right.
Yeah, but I don't actually want to be.
There's a rabbit wolf usually because I hate the rabbit wolf.
Yeah, Joseph also hates him because he has to keep track of who nominates in
That's
second.
the only
I
time
like
I
playing
go
with it.
insane for note taking.
You like the rabbit wolf as a player, but you don't like it as a moderator, right? Yeah.
I might
So
get
Paul,
it someday.
you have no one you want to go against.
I do need a nomination for a second.
Yeah, I know.
What do we know about Eddie?
I could go up against Eddie. He's one of the people that
I
I've
would
been
rather
cleared.
stick Paul up against someone we know is safe.
Oh, seriously? You definitely want to kill Paul?
There's at least there's how many people that are safe? There's like 1, 2, 3. There's 4 people that are safe. There's quite a lot.
It's 4, yeah.
Well, there's 4 people that have claimed roles. Well, 2 people that have claimed roles. 2 people who you think have roles. Yeah, nobody's contradicted the 2 people that claim roles.
So although like us team Village, we had a slow start. Like it's not looking.
But
good.
then you can nominate me if you want Paul to
Mate,
die.
no, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I think
Lucas,
it's
you've got
2
to
or
waste
3
your life
left.
as well, mate. Do you know what I mean? You've got lives to play with. But
Werewolves?
I mean, you're good. You're here for the end of the game. You're here for the end of the game. You're gonna have a great time. Don't worry about it.
Zach, what did you ask?
Do you think there's 2 or 3 left?
What wolves?
I think at least 2.
I think 2.
I don't know if there's 3 or not.
We only killed 2, right?
I think 2.
Yeah, Joseph Evil, he'll put 3 in. He'll put 5
Yeah.
in total.
Yeah, I also
No
think
doubt.
But there was 20 of us, and there was like there was 15 roles. But I'm counting like there was a werewolf in the village roller. So there's like 15 different roles.
And we have some pretty powerful roles as the village, you know.
Yeah. So
We just didn't use them.
Okay, I'm gonna come out with my role.
Okay.
My role. I'm Chris, the werewolf killer, and I'm gonna say Paul and Matthias are werewolves.
I would agree with that.
But what that's your role? What do you mean?
It's an inside joke to people. Even though Joseph didn't even laugh.
Chris is pretty hype. Chris is obviously pretty good. I know.
I didn't want to laugh because I wanted to give you, if you wanted to claim and say that Joseph made that up, I wanted to give you the chance to claim it.
Paul, you're suspicious to me.
Came out and claimed that role.
It's actually a good idea. Next time I'm gonna have like a secret Connor role or something that like.
I'd say not going up against Matthias is what really makes me suspicious of you, Paul.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm gonna nominate.
That's why I
Matthias.
think both of you are werewolves.
I mean,
I still don't get why I'm a werewolf, but yeah.
Well, the problem is if we nominate Matthias and Paul, then it could be that we both get a tie. So we get a tie.
What's What's everyone's suspicions on Matthias? And obviously he got clear.
Oh, very high, very high.
But you think it's a Wolf man? I think
he's usually a good player and helpful to the village, but this game.
I've never played with Matthias, so
I'm usually quite quiet when I play, but yeah.
I know you're quiet, but you're helpful.
Oh,
when need to be.
That's a new one. So we cannot tie because of the
I would not like to put two people who we think are werewolves up against each other.
So nominate me, guys. Nominate me.
All right, I'll nominate Lucas.
There's a nomination for Lucas and a second. All right. So we're gonna stick to the whole formula. So we're gonna have Evan can watch. The rest of you will close your eyes when we vote for Paul.
No defense?
Do I have to defend
Oh, we should have defenses as well. Sorry, it's almost 3 a.m. here. I'm getting tired. Okay, so sorry.
Yeah.
Paul, your defense. Okay, I'm going to re-roll, by the way, so we know it's... Yeah, okay. So.
Okay, yeah, I don't know where the suspicion of me is coming from. I had Matthias marked as kind of a potentially clear, which is why I didn't just jump to be put against him or whatever. But yeah, I usually get grief for talking too much, and then I get grief for not talking enough. So I'm not sure where the happy middle is there. But the village is running out of numbers, and unfortunately, I can't help you with special powers. But I am a number for you guys, so keep that in mind.
Okay, Lucas, what is your defense?
So Paul, I don't think it's the amount of talking which made you suspicious this game, but it's the amount of not helping the village to find werewolves, because usually you do at in some kind of sense.
Well, I like point out, I guess, but I've never.
Yeah, but you didn't point it out at all this game. And also, my defense is kill Paul, not me.
Actually,
I'm the baby dragon.
When you guys debate, maybe we should have it so that instead of defenses, you get
that's
have to accuse
I know
each other.
that's what I missed a bit in this game, because when we had Connor in your first game, he always did the duel, you know.
Yeah. He did it, yeah.
Because he was confident he can win the argument against the other player.
All right, so now let's go to the vote. And this is time. This die just keeps doing the same. Okay, so Evan, it's you anyway. So Evan gets to look. Everyone else, close your eyes. We're voting for Paul in 3, 2, 1, vote. Thank you. You can... get ready for the second one, which is going to be Jamie, who gets to watch. And everyone else, close your eyes, and we're voting for Lucas in 3, 2, 1, vote. Thank you. Okay, so the numbers are in. I should actually mute you. I'm getting tired here. There we go. So, Paul, you have been killed by the village. Paul is a werewolf. Good night, everyone. Okay. I am gonna do a Tom Vassell and say that maybe you killed all the werewolves. But no, because then the game would end, and it doesn't end. So, let's have the GwommyMan start us off with some options. You can do this or that. So you want to do that, okay. So who do you want to do it to? Okay. And let's have the wannabe GwommyWolf. You have to do this. Okay. Bodyguard, wake up. Who do you want to protect? Thank you. And let's have the werewolves. Wake up. Who do you want to kill? All right. And then we have the seer. So who do you want to see? Okay. And finally, the GwommyHag. Who do you want to send out, or if you want to send someone out? All right. And you can go back to sleep, and everyone can wake up. except for Simon. Simon is dead, and Simon was a villager. So day 9 begins. So
I still reckon Sean, isn't it?
I just want to say, when I asked that Doug of his suspicions, he said Paul and Balash second. Nice job, Doug.
Like, go on.
I'm still on Matthias, and if we kill Matthias today and villagers don't win, then I'm guessing Eddie. Or possibly Evan, but I'm leaning more towards Eddie. But
okay,
that means there's another werewolf.
So I'm gonna nominate Sean.
We have a nomination for Sean.
I'll second it.
We have
So,
a second. So we have
the werewolf killer
Paul-
changed his suspicions.
Well, that if there's 3, I think that's the 3rd now. The fact that he just said suspicious of Evan has been cleared for forever.
No. What I said is I think we should kill Matthias today. If that doesn't end the game and it means that there's one more, then I would say I'm suspicious of Eddie next, and then Evan would be the last one. That's what I was saying in that order.
No,
Those are my suspicions.
Evan is never suspicious.
No. If we kill Matthias and the game doesn't end, meaning that there's another werewolf, I think it's Eddie. If the game doesn't end, I think it's Evan after that.
Yeah.
That's the order I was trying to say.
Actually, Doug is more suspicious than Evan.
Yeah.
That's why
I agree.
Even though I picked out werewolves, they're keeping me around because I could easily be the final werewolf that no one's gonna go after.
Doug could also be a wolfman.
Them.
He can play confidently because he knows the sea would never find him out.
I'm not thinking that level of strategy. I think he's playing like a villager and doing a good job. So that's why I'm trusting him.
So Matthias, who are your suspicions?
Oh, damn, bad. I really don't have any suspicions. Sean, maybe?
Okay.
So Paul
James,
actually called
I
me
stopped
out as
paying attention.
suspicious.
I'm a bit tired. It's 3 o'clock soon, so.
Matthias, are you suspicious of Jamie?
No, I am quite sure he didn't lie.
No, I'm not suspicious of Jamie. I'm obviously not suspicious of you, Lucas. Evan, I'm not suspicious of. The people that haven't been cleared are the people that haven't been cleared. And like Sean, to question Evan.
I think Sean just did an honest mistake.
I wasn't questioning. I'm saying I think.
But
he's good, but if the game
in case,
continues,
I want to take this back because people on Discord would make fun of me if Sean is a werewolf. I take it back.
I'm not.
Sean, I'm not clearing you. I'm not clearing you.
Fine.
I don't want to be.
Adele, I didn't hear what you said there.
Have we nominated someone? Have we actually nominated someone?
Yeah,
I'm
Sean
nominated
is
Doug.
on the shopping block. And we need a second one.
I'm nominated Doug.
Well,
Doug has been nominated.
Oh,
Is there a
please don't second that. I really think we
Yeah.
should nominate Matthias as the second. Let's choose
No,
between
you
the
shouldn't
two of
do
them.
that. That's really bad.
Adam called him out as Wolfman. Paul didn't think he was suspicious at all. Paul was throwing shade at me. He was a werewolf.
Can you put a
I mean,
timer when we are good to nominate Matthias?
I'll second Doug just because of how it's been going.
All right.
About it.
I didn't hear a second, so.
Yeah, I
nominations
did.
are-
Eddie did.
What?
Eddie did second, yes.
Oh,
he did.
sorry. It's okay. Sorry. Then
I still think it's Sean. That's the werewolf.
that's good that you. Okay, so that was Doug, right? Okay. All right. So we have Sean versus Doug. We're gonna start with defense for Sean.
I'm not going to convince you of my role, so I'm just going to say, Doug, you called out Paul and Matthias as being suspicious, and I agreed with you that I believe that Paul was a werewolf. He was saying he was suspicious of me. He wasn't suspicious of Matthias at all, even though you had said it, I had said it, Adam had said it. And we even explained how it would be possible with having a wolf hunter, that there's likely a wolf man. And so Luciana clearing him didn't really count. So all of those things together makes me think it's Matthias. So.
Okay, Doug,
my defense is not that you're the bad; it's that I think Matthias is the werewolf.
I think this is good for us that Evan's going to be helping us out in this. That there's going to be potentially a tie. I think the fact that Matthias nominated me and then Eddie was the one that seconded after we said don't second it, they're the two actually left. That's why I called you out, Sean. I wanted to see what would happen if anyone else would jump on that.
Doug, I actually don't think you
and
are.
The one night that I said that I saw someone open their eyes during the vote, it was Eddie.
I think Sean is the.
Who seconded Sean?
Eddie did. I
He seconded both of them.
Was it Eddie? I'm sorry. He seconded you, Doug. I know that.
I did.
So who seconded Sean then? Wait.
I think I might have did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
A few people.
So if you're good, I think we should all be voting up for both of us. And we still have good numbers anyway.
Yeah.
So what are the numbers here?
I also didn't like Eddie's second on Doug.
Yeah. Let's get the vote done.
I think we're gonna vote. So we are going to see. It's gonna be hard to roll now. Oh, I actually got one. Okay, so Doug, you get to look at vote for Sean. So everyone else close their eyes, and we're gonna vote for Sean in 3, 2, 1, vote. Thank you. You can take down your hands, and I'll roll it up again. And this time it is Jamie who gets to look at the vote for Doug. So voting for Doug in 3, 2, 1, vote. Thank you. So Sean has been killed, and Sean was a villager. So good night, everyone. GwommyMan. GwommyMan. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, so okay, now GwommyMan, you can wake up, and you have an option of these things, and you want to do that. Okay, so who do you want to do it to? Thank you. And wannabe GwommyMan, you have to do this. So who do you want to do that to? Thank you. And let's have the bodyguard. Who do you want to protect? Okay. Werewolves. Who do you want to kill? Okay. And Seer, who do you want to check? Okay. And finally, nasty old GwommyHag, you want to send someone out? Okay. So, everyone can wake up except for Evan. Evan, you have been killed. Evan was a villager. And since we're only 5, we don't need seconds anymore. So it's just one, which is, one nomination. That's a candidate right away.
I nominate Matthias.
So we have one candidate, Matthias.
Lucas, put up Eddie.
Damn.
I'm going to nominate Doug.
And Doug has been nominated as well. That was quick and easy. Not sure if the system is good, but we'll see. So let's start with Matthias' defense.
What? Oh yeah, it's me against Doug. Oh, I was unmuted. Yeah, sure. I don't really. What should I say? There's 5 of us. Yeah, vote for Doug. I'm too tired to have a defense now.
Doug, are you are you in the mood for a defense?
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually do like what Sean did there, where Sean actually voted down on himself last night. And because of the fact that there was some suspicion, he didn't want there to be any chance that I might die and him still be around, and then people think he's still suspicious. That's Matthias and Eddie.
That makes me super suspicious now, Doug.
That's really strange.
Lucas, don't do what you do and lose the game at the end for the village.
Regardless of what I do, I will lose the game.
It's not. I mean, I'm always suspicious of, obviously, you say Matthias got cleared, but I get what you're saying. He might be the wolf bad, and I get that. I do get that. But I'm obviously suspicious of you, Doug. You're the only one that's not been cleared. You had an aggressive second half of the game. I know that's what people have said you normally do.
Because I solved the game. I figured out what's going on.
You didn't figure it out.
Let's vote. Let's vote.
I know it was kind of like Sean first.
Matthias, do you think we have 1 or 2 werewolves left?
I think Doug is a werewolf, possible Eddie, but probably just Doug, and then it's probably over.
So you don't suspect Eddie's too much?
50-50, but I'm really bad at suspicion people. I usually pick the wrong one.
Jamie, what do you think? You're muted, Jamie.
Yeah. I trust what Doug's saying. Yeah.
That's suspicious.
So, do you think Eddie is a werewolf or not, Jamie?
I'm the hunter, man. Do I? Yeah, I reckon so. I reckon he's pretty suspect.
Eddie, what do you think? How many werewolves do we have left?
We have 2.
And you think it's Matthias and Doug?
Yep, 100%.
Okay, so I am going to mute you all. And I changed to a 6-sided die now. It's much quicker. So that means Lucas gets to watch when we vote for Matthias in 3, 2, 1, vote. Thank you. You can take down your hands. And for the Doug vote, we are going to have Eddie watching. And the rest of you can close your eyes, and we're voting for Doug in 3, 2, 1, vote. Thank you. You can take down your hands. And Matthias, jag vet inte riktigt hur de fångade dig, men Matthias has been killed in Swedish, and he was a werewolf. So let's go tonight. If other people speak Japanese, I should be able to speak some Swedish at some points as well. So let's have the GwommyMan wake up, do your thing. You can choose between these. Okay. And who do you want to do that to? Okay. Then the wannabe GwommyMan, you have to do this. All right. Bodyguard, who do you want to protect? Thank you. And werewolves. Thank you. Seer, who do you want to see? Thank you. And creepy old GwommyHag, who do you want to send out? No offense to the actual person, it's just that the role is kind of creepy. Alright, so everyone can wake up, and good news, nobody died.
Ah, they hit me.
Yeah. It's Eddie. I nominate Eddie.
There's a nomination for Eddie. We don't need seconds.
It's 100% you. I'm going to nominate Doug.
And there's a nomination for Doug.
Definitely you, Doug.
So, that was quick and easy. So you can, well, Eddie can have a defense, Doug can have a defense, or you can just debate with each other. It's up to you.
Okay,
I think Doug's been playing a very good game. He's obviously a clever player. He was completely quiet for the first half of the game, but for the second half of the game, he's been very quick to nominate. And, you know, he's called out, obviously, I think he did call out a couple of werewolves, like I did as well. I had suspicions on kind of like Matthias being a wolfman, like he did as well. So he played a similar game in the second half, but he was super quiet the first half. So I think he's been playing a very good tactical game. But Jamie, I know you're the hunter. Lucas, you're obviously the baby dragon. So it is Doug.
1 second, let me just go back to my chat. Yeah, still says villager from the very start. Lucas, he told you he's going to see you at the end of the game.
I trust you, Doug.
Thank you. I don't want you to be beat up in the Discord channel tonight. So.
Hey, even if I lose this game now, I did enough for the village this game, you know?
Yes, you did. You're always my favorite, Lucas.
Thanks.
Lucas, you look ready to vote, but I don't think you're really thinking about this properly. Like, it's got like you played with Doug loads, obviously. You've never played with me. All right. Is Doug a clever player or not?
As a villager, yes. As a werewolf, usually not that clever.
Doug's obviously a good player. He's literally playing this very well. And like, what are your suspicions towards me? From day one, I've been helping the village 100%, calling people out. I've called lots of werewolves out right at the beginning.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, the counting at half of the game was so suspicious because we were five. There are 5 werewolves, and you know you counted right after waking up.
I counted.
I just want people to go back to that moment when they watch this and see when I called out Eddie 2 hours ago.
Yeah, but when he counted, you know, right?
I counted what?
You counted how many of us were remaining.
Yeah,
in the
because
village.
I wanted to see how like close we were to winning or looking.
To winning. You wanted to see how close it was to winning.
Slip of the tongue.
Okay, JB, I hope you realize that it's Eddie. I knew you did anyway.
Yeah, we're good people here. We're good people here. We're all good people here.
So let's do a vote.
I'm ready to vote.
So I'll mute you all. And for Eddie, it's going to be Doug who gets to see. Rest of you, close your eyes and vote for Eddie in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And you can take down your hands. And for Doug, it's going to be Eddie who gets to see. So Eddie can look when you vote for Doug in 3, 2, 1. And with that, you guys have killed Eddie, the last werewolf. Congratulations to the village. That was the longest game, I think.
That was just cruel at the end there, Joseph, making us watch each other.
Yeah. I just want to say I did everything correct this time as a villager.
I don't know how the village won that. That was
okay. I am gonna do the classic thing and mute you all, and go through things. So, yeah, that was a long but fun game. I hope you had fun as well. I had fun moderating, actually. Really fun. Okay, so we start from the top here. We had the villager Lycan, that was Chef, which never came into play because nobody looked at him. We also had another villager Lycan, which was Sean, who never got checked either. So the Lycans didn't affect anything that way. Villager was also Alex, Daly, and Doug. Then we had the GwommyHag, Adam S, which you probably figured out by now. Then we had the baby dragon, Lucas, and I am going to make a thing with the baby dragon in my next game that the baby dragon cannot say that they are the baby dragon, because it gets like, oh, you're invincible to the end of the game. It gets kind of weird. Then we could just say that the baby dragon is a bit shy. So then we had the 2 werewolves, Eddie and Paul. We had the GwommyWolf, Matthias, who chose to be a wolfman. And that meant that Balash, who was the wannabe GwommyWolf, became the hunter wolf. Then we had the actual normal hunter, which was Jamie, who never got killed, which was also a bit weird. I don't think I've seen that before. Then we had the seer, Luciana. We had the bodyguard, Gwommy. A pessimist, Simon, you need to cheer up. And the optimist, Evan, you need to realize that some people are actually bad. The GwommyMan, Ayahu, did a good job, I think. Except he actually killed his wannabe GwommyMan, which was Adam, Big Cheese. So that was pretty funny. I was laughing a little bit. And the funny thing was also, the same night that happened, the werewolves targeted Ayahu, and Gwommy, as the bodyguard, protected Ayahu. So that's why there was only 1 kill. So, nobody else reacted to the whole thing except for Ayahu, because he knew what happened. He knew that the only kill was his kill. All right. Then we had the villager Elliot, the werewolf Ben, the wannabe GwommyMan. Yeah, I already went through that. And then we had a Gwommy teen, which was Jugan, but he died so early that he never got to say second that many times. And before I let you scream at each other, I will say that Greg was also a wannabe GwommyMan. That was my hidden role that I didn't tell anyone. So he was basically the backup. So when Adam Big Cheese died, then I told Greg, oh, wow, surprise, you are now the wannabe GwommyMan. But then you killed him right away. so he never got to do anything. And my plan as a secret was that as long as the GwommyMan is alive, there's always a wannabe. So one of the other villagers randomly would become that over and over. But then you killed a Yahoo the same night. So yeah, I don't know. But that was the game. I hope you enjoyed it.
Awesome game. I got to get going, but I just want to say, great job, Doug. Great job, Lucas. I didn't think the Wolves could possibly win that.
I didn't either, man. I didn't either.
Wait. How can you not think that? It was quite clear from last half the game.
Yeah, you were not the greatest.
I gotta go.
I'm gonna go as well.
Great job with that.
Sorry, guys. Good job, Simon. Good job,
I
Dan.
will say,
sorry, Adam, at the start.
Dark voting definitely hurt.
On the first night, I got the martyr sign for on the very first night. I was just so glad the werewolves couldn't target anyone because I thought, oh, yes, the play.
I was so worried about that roll.
I think the hardest thing was there was lots of villager rolls. So
there were way too many villager rolls.
There was lots of people that could clear themselves like straight away, like by saying like, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that. Like as well, should be a bit more clever and challenge that potentially, but. It was quite difficult because there was lots of people.
We had no special roles except the hunter and the wolfman.
I'm surprised.
And basically everyone was cleared from the beginning. So
I'm surprised that the werewolves didn't when it was pretty early that you guys knew who the hunter and the pessimist.
Yeah, you should have killed Jamie. You always should kill the hunter
because
first.
There was basically no one he was suspicious of, so he would just have killed one of the werewolves. Because
no, he was just a random shot.
But he would have killed a werewolf, definitely.
We spent a few times, obviously messing around with kind of killing.
Luciana took 2 turns for you.
I didn't want to kill her that first turn.
We knew Luciana was a seer, so we spent 2 nights trying to kill Luciana because
that was bad.
We couldn't get protected. So we wasted the kind of kill there messing about,
but didn't matter.
Just in case we didn't protect.
We were basically doomed halfway through because there were too many safe people.
Yeah.
It almost looked like you would pull it off in the end, though.
Yeah, we were close. We did well.
No, they just looked close. We were doomed from the. Yeah.
We got to a point where Eddie and Matthias were clearly on the same team.
And because everyone was cleared, everyone had roles, and we had basically nothing
Duck
to.
didn't.
Yeah.
Duck didn't.
I think there was another way to kill towards the end, wasn't there? I can't remember if it's a pessimist or optimist, but I think there was one of them who got killed towards the end, and because they've got to vote the same way on everyone, they in effect can't vote.
Yeah, but we needed to kill off people that were safe because they didn't know who everyone was, and there was basically 2 players that didn't have a clear role. So, yeah.
I was surprised though a little bit on it did happen kind of in the last game as well, but I think I need to modify the baby dragon because, as you say,
I agree.
If you can't come out, and there might be a tough wolf. So let's say you nominate and kill Lucas, and he didn't die. You don't know if that's because he's the baby dragon or if he's the tough wolf. So
yeah, and Joseph, you also have the bad luck that I was chosen the baby dragon twice, and I have no problems with coming out as a role.
Yeah,
I usually come out.
I was laughing inside because I was thinking now Lucas is going to be here for the whole game and he's going to mess up the game in the end for the village.
No, I didn't. I had
that
to win the game.
Extremely bad if you messed up.
Lucas, was you slightly tempted to vote Doug over me? Were you slightly?
Well, he put Sean and Doug against each other at the end there, which was kind of funny. I was thinking, no. Now next.
No, I didn't put Sean.
Oh, one of them. You went after one of them. I don't remember who now.
I mean, the thing that gave me away at the end is because, obviously, I voted Doug for the second nomination, but it was such a good opportunity for us to have Sean and Doug and Matthias.
You seconded both Doug and Sean. But that tipped my scale over.
I know but it was you already picked the werewolves 5 rounds before that, so.
No, Sean was always suspicious.
What I don't understand is, and that's what I said in Swedish for a joke, is how you spotted Matthias. Pretty early, someone was saying or in the middle of the game, someone was saying oh, I think Matthias is the wolfman. It's
it was Adam.
How do you know that?
I had been suspect of him the whole time, So even when Luciana cleared him, I still in the back of my mind thought, so I wanted to throw that out before I died. But I mean,
which made no sense, but yeah.
It made no sense, but actually when Luciana cleared you, Matthias, that's also when I thought, oh, Wolfman. I have no idea why, but it was just a gut feeling.
Where Matthias said why.
And that's what messed us up, like that random call on Matthias.
Yeah, and that was basically the only thing we had.
It's like you called Matthias Wolfman.
Yeah.
So I still found the game
before anyone else
suspicions are correct.
Could we have a little bit of like feedback? What do you think about the whole system, like the votings and the one person?
I like the voting. I do like
the voting upset the werewolf team.
No, the blind voting was bad.
I like the blind voting, but
I like the blind voting, but I think you should
not the blind voting.
I think you should give us the numbers, Joseph. I think the numbers you can give us the numbers.
Yeah, but the problem is you can't really get suspicious about people that vote wrongly. So it's really hard to pick out false positive wolves.
Really liked the blind voting, and it also gave you the ability to give somebody that could see it, and then the old hag became more valuable. And I think it hugely benefited the werewolves that we didn't know, because literally, well, you can think whatever you want. I'm telling you, the game was yours to lose. Like, we literally had to play perfect to win, and it's super weird that we won. But you don't have to agree with that. That's fine.
Yeah, I was quite sure quite early that we were doomed because there were so many cleared people. So there were not.
Oh, there weren't so many. It was Jamie and me.
Werewolf win.
Yeah, and then you have the positive guy and the pessimist guy.
But it was randomly the first people that died were normal villagers, which meant that whatever was left was those cleared.
And then again, you have to kill the hunter when he comes out early, because then it's a random shot and it's always a possibility that he can kill a villager.
Yeah,
but you have to take a chance. You have to take the chance, Matthias.
But when Jamie came out, that was the time when Luciana came out. So our priority was the seer. Do you know what I mean? So we had to take out Luciana.
Yeah, and his suspicions was to werewolves. So
it's always easy in hindsight.
And then I threw Jamie out of the village for the next night too, so they couldn't.
Yeah. So we didn't have an opportunity. We only had an opportunity to kill Jamie right at the end of the game, but I knew Jamie's suspicion was a werewolf, so that's why we didn't take Jamie out.
Yeah, I like that Sean wrote in the chat that it's a good sign.
Yeah, correct.
It's balanced when both teams they feel like they were like at a disadvantage.
We were the village was going to lose because my role was really hard to think about as the wannabe. I got the other choice, so I didn't know who to target when I was told to see somebody and protect someone, which I did protect Alex one night. I don't know if the bodyguard also did, but
that was I must say, now Alex is left right, but I will tell him afterwards. There was a night one. The wannabe protected Alex. The bodyguard protected Alex. The seer looked at Alex. So obviously he's a popular guy.
It was very fun. It was a very chaotic role in that I don't know what I'm going to get, so it's kind of hard to play any particular strategy. So I felt
it's really hard when the GwommyMan kills you as well.
Like, it was a fun role.
Be like Draco. Follow Board Games with Niramas on Facebook at BGW Niramas.